So the reality is you need to learn these things. And then for those of you that are a little bit more advanced, we're going to go through more strategies on how Pixels works and setting up Pixels and on your bridge pages, and again, how to set up auto reply and auto reply messages so you can create some automation in your business as well. So it's not just you personally, let's say, messaging someone back, but you have a whole sequence of messages that go out automatically. So a lot of information tonight, and what I want to make sure first and foremost, guys, that you're fired up, that you're excited, and that you're ready to learn this information. We are doing our best to record this information as well. So in the coming week or so, we'll do our best to get out a replay for those of you that are watching this replay. And for those of you that are live, obviously, stay till the end if you want the opportunity to ask some questions. And I'll do my best in the background to be able to answer some questions, for you guys as well. For those of you that don't know me, again, Peter Sorensen, one of the business partners with Chris Record. We've been partners working together on various businesses online since 2012, and together offline with everything since 2007. So we go back a long time, and I've been alongside with him and seen what he's done, the results he's produced, and also how we've helped a lot of other people produce results as well. When you pay attention, when you show up, pay attention, and actually get to business, so to speak, right? And so before we get started here, I'm actually getting some text from Chris to get going here. Let me help him. He's logging in right now, and let me just help him out, and then we're going to be getting started. So I'm reading where you guys all coming from. Let's see. I'm curious. Where are you guys in the comments right now? Where's everyone coming out from tonight? Who's everyone logging in from? Where are you guys at? Let me check out where you guys are coming in from. So let's see here. All right, who we got? Mississippi. Tommy, what's going on? Jocelyn, Michael, what's going on, guys? Welcome. Awesome. Good to see you guys. Awesome. Portland, man, just flying in, guys. We have hundreds and hundreds of people here. Again, we're live. It's Friday evening on the West Coast, just after 6 o'clock. It's over 9 o'clock East Coast. Some of you guys are even coming from like Austria, Europe. This is awesome. Florida, Ohio, Washington, Tennessee, Arizona, Vegas, Georgia, Austin, Texas. Chicago. Weed's going to be legal on January 1st. Nice. Very, very cool, guys. So you guys are logging. Switzerland, Jean-Claude, very awesome to have you. Jean-Claude coming out at 3 in the morning in Switzerland. Canada, Austin, Texas, Epic, New Zealand, Chicago. This is killer. You guys are coming from all over. Portugal, Barcelona, India. This is awesome. So this is great. I mean, I feel honored and privileged to have you guys all over from all over the world. So I'm going to bring on Chris Record. He's logging on with us right now so he can dive into the training. He likes to hold nothing back, dive straight into content. Like I said, pay attention, take notes, guys, and you're in for a treat. So that being said, if Chris is logging on right now, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over this live training webinar to my good friend and business partner, Chris Record. Chris, you there, brother? Is your mic on? Let's see here.
Maybe you can hear me better now.
Perfect. Good.
All right. What's up, guys? What's up, everyone? Peter, thanks for taking introductions. I appreciate that. It looks like we've got a huge audience on. And what's up, everybody? Chris Record here, in case you didn't already know. I was actually in traffic, so thanks, Peter, for hanging out for the first few minutes there while I got back home. Las Vegas on a Friday night can sometimes get very busy. So that being said, what I want to do before we kind of dive into the training is I want to start with more of like a high level kind of overview of how I want to spend time with you guys here today. And we'll start with a few things. Number one, I got a text from Aaron Parker that for those of you that know Aaron Parker, Power Team kind of founder, if you will, looks like Aaron might be able to join us for the second half. He's got some huge CrossFit thing, but that would be cool if he can come out. And if he does, we'll be able to get him on. That'll be fun. I saw that some people in the comments were saying, like, is this a sales webinar or a training webinar? And this is a training webinar. There's nothing for sale. There's no pitch. There's nothing. I was just at the National HempWorks Convention And there were thousands of people there. And the most common question that I got asked from everybody is, Chris, when are you going to do some of the like the Facebook advertising training and teach us some of that kind of stuff? So I decided what better time than now. As soon as I got back, I kind of put together the time my schedule when it could fit. Sorry, it's a Friday night that it fit, but this is the best time that worked for everybody. So that's kind of what sparked this idea was, really this is behind schedule. We should have done this a long time ago. Now, the overview of what I want you guys to learn today is going to be what I like to call concepts. So there's two types of training we can get into, right? We can get into like deep, detailed training, and I'm willing to. But first, I need to know that people can kind of follow along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through high-level concepts, if you will. And if you guys have watched the emails that have flown in or some of my Facebook posts regarding this or anything like that, I listed out kind of like a group of topics that I'd like to cover today. Now, nobody's perfect. I will do my best to get through them. I've got about 2 hours set aside. So as long as we can get through all these in 2 hours, if not, maybe we'll make it like a part 2 or something. But here's some of the topics that I would like to, in a perfect world, I'd love to be able to cover these topics. We want to talk about getting you guys Facebook ads accounts just set up. Even if you're not placing ads, at least get them set up. We want to talk about Instagram ads. Instagram is connected right inside Facebook. So as long as you set up a Facebook ads account, all you have to do is connect your Instagram. That should be pretty easy. We're going to talk about different types of ads. You can place video ads, post ads, swipe up ads, all that kind of cool stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Facebook Pixel, but I'm not going to dive into detail because that's super advanced. But essentially, in a nutshell, what a Facebook Pixel means is a little strip of code that Facebook gives you. That means if somebody goes to one of your links or goes to one of your pages, then you can follow them around the web. So when they're on like a sports site, checking football scores or whatever, they can see your ad there. When they're on the news site, seeing what's new with Donald Trump or something like that, boom, your ad can be shown there. When they're on YouTube, your ad can be shown there. So that's what pixels are. Pixels, if you're ever wondering, like when you go to Amazon and then all of a sudden you start seeing all these products related to like something you search for on Amazon, that's called a pixel that's doing that. That's called retargeting or remarketing. I'll go into that a little bit. And then we're going to do what's called a CBD niche mind map. So essentially, this is going to go two directions. One is I'm going to show you a tool that everybody can have. It's free to use. You can all have it. Maybe some of you, that's going to be your favorite part of the webinar. There's a tool you can have to see what people are searching for and talking about when it comes to CBD in the marketplace. That tool is going to be one of your best friends because it'll help you figure out what people are looking for so you can solve their problems. But also I'm going to take it a little bit further and I'm going to show you what I like to call a related topic mind map. And that's basically taking the topic of CBD and saying, what other topics are similar that people are interested in? So people that might be interested in this are also interested in CBD. Those related topics are called bridges. It's like crossing a bridge from like one island to another, or whatever, from city river. It's connecting the two. So there's these connected interests. That is going to be the meat, the most meat and potatoes of the presentation. It's going to be this idea of bridge marketing. We're going to do that with the CBD niche mind map. And then we'll talk about how you can do ads, how bridge ads work. We're going to talk about a couple topics, like how to not get banned on Facebook, or if you've already been banned on Facebook, what are some of your options? Okay, I get that question a lot. I was just hanging out with the Popas the other day, and the Popas said, that they've got several accounts, but one of them got banned. How do they get it back? I mean, it's a question a lot of people get, especially in the like biz op industry or CBD industry or anything like that. How to get leads directly in your DMs. So now we start getting like a little bit more detailed. Getting leads directly in your DMs in Instagram and Facebook is probably the best starting place, I would say, for most of you. We can talk a little bit about that. And then when somebody does DM you, what if you don't see the message right away? I'll show you how to be able to set up an auto reply so you can automatically reply to them. That part is more of like, that part's like the fun part. You're going to have these like aha moments, like, wow, this is great. Okay, that's why I said I don't know if I'll cover it all, because some of these things you guys might just freak out over and go, this is the simplest strategy ever to get leads. Bridge marketing strategy, same kind of thing is what I was talking about, bridge marketing. How to create a huge email list of leads. We'll just touch the surface on this. If you guys have been following me, if you're on my email list and stuff like that, you know that I constantly train and create courses and stuff like that, teach people how to generate leads. Now, I don't think the majority of this audience needs to dive too far into how to generate leads, but we'll at least cover it and show you guys how to be able to generate leads and what to do if you're an absolute beginner. So if you're a beginner watching right now and you don't even have an ads account, you don't even know it, all you've been doing is just kind of like sharing CBD as an affiliate or because you're excited about it, we'll at least cover like what are some things that you can do to get started and more. So So those are some of the things that I'd like to cover. And let me go over here really quick and switch my screen to chat mode so I can see all the questions and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. I can see your screen. It just shows start the broadcast. Billy, hit start the broadcast. If anybody can't see my my video camera, you got to hit start the that have questions. So like Danielle, the team system and team website. If you guys know, I created the CBD challenge, the Power Team system, and then also have done a lot of the systems for HempWorks. So there was these like conflicting things, right? Where I'm developing out all these systems for HempWorks people to use inside of that. And then I'm also developing these team systems. Well, since HempWorks is using a lot of the stuff that I've already built for them, since they hired me and contracted me to build out systems for them, we kind of just decided, since I'm already building the same exact features and systems directly inside of HempWorks, for those of you that are involved with HempWorks, which I hope is a lot of you, a lot of those systems and features will be available right inside of it. So you'll start to see a lot of things rolling out. A lot of you probably don't know that a lot of the systems you're already using inside of HempWorks are things that I contributed to. So because there was that conflict, the leadership got together and was like, hey, some people are using the system that Chris helped with in HempWorks. Some people are using the system Chris helped with in Power Team. It's two different systems. And I think the decision was made just to move it all over to using all the systems inside of HempWorks. So kind of combining them all and just merging them for the whole company to use rather than just a team. I think that's the way to go. It's a very smart play. And Parker, if he jumps on, can share more about that with you. That was his decision. And I think it's a good decision. Why not stand by it? That's what happened to that. And people are in the comments asking about that they're seeing me. They're asking about some of my other products and stuff that's for sale. No, I'm not going to sell any products here. It's like, look, this is a CBD training webinar. It's not a pitch or anything like that. For those of you that obviously have followed me, for those of you that are in my organization and stuff like that, yes, I do have courses for sale that are teaching this kind of stuff in a lot of depth. But no, that is not the purpose of today. Put away any credit cards, stuff like that. Today, I want to talk about Facebook ads, and I want to talk about Instagram ads, and I want to talk about a few cool things like the swipe up feature. And I want to answer questions for you. And on top of all that, I just want to hang with you guys. I mean, it's been a while, right? I saw most of you at conference right now at the CBD conference, but I just want to hang with everybody and share some value and just say what's up and kick it with you guys and see what I can do to be able to help you level up your business and your lifestyle. That's really the main thing. Will there be a replay? Possibly. There possibly will be a replay, stuff like that. So it'll just be a little bit like, we'll see how this one goes. Maybe chop it up and take some sections. Like, I don't want all this in a replay. This is just empty conversation. I'd rather take like little pieces. So there we go. So first of all, congratulations for making it. Thank you for taking a Friday night out of your time. And wow, a lot of comments are flying in. So listen, I'm not going to take any more time answering comments because there's like hundreds of them right here, and they're flying through. So with that being said, let me just get started. What I want to do is I want to share my screen, and let me go set this up to share my screen. And what I do is I want to show you first. I just want to start with I'm going to go out of order, by the way, on that list. First, I want to start with a really cool tool that I can give you all. Let me make sure I can share my screen here. I want to start with a really cool. Okay, let's see. Application window, my entire screen. Yeah, let me just share my entire screen. Share. This should work, y'all, and if it doesn't, you guys will let me know in the comments. It's good enough. Okay. So what we're looking at right now to start off is a website called answerthepublic.com. Okay, so feel free to put down this in your bookmarks. Answerthepublic.com. Again, Answer the Public. You can see it right up here, answerthepublic.com. Okay, so on this site, you scroll down a little bit, and you don't even need to have a paid account, so don't worry about this, and I'm not an affiliate or anything either. This is just a free site. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go in here and we want to address the topic of CBD. And the way I want to address the topic of CBD is everybody knows there's a buzz on CBD, but I want you to think a little bit further, okay? I want you to think beyond CBD. I want you to think, what are all the related questions that the web is asking about CBD? So you guys are going to love this tool. It's really, really cool. So again, scroll down, and after you type in CBD and press ask, it's going to create this visualization chart and a data chart, okay? The visualization chart looks a little bit like this. I'll zoom in, don't worry. I'm going to zoom out first just to kind of show you. It looks like this. What it does is it takes the term CBD in the middle and it asks these questions, how, why, which, who, can, when, will, what, where, are. And then if you look up, you'll see like, where is CBD legal? Where can you find CBD oil? And a lot of times it might not have the it might not have the full sentence, but you get the gist. Like people aren't typing in like, where CBD oil? It might be like, where can I find CBD oil? Where can I buy CBD oil? Stuff like that. Where CBD oil comes from, or where does CBD oil come from? Where is CBD oil sold? Where is CBD oil legal? All this kind of stuff. Where to start? Where can you buy CBD oil? Where can you eat CBD oil? Where does CBD oil come from? Okay, all this kind of stuff. So you're starting to see the gist, right? So that's what you do. This mind map really lets you kind of dive in here on any of this kind of stuff. Like let's scroll down here to the bottom and let's look at some of these. CBD report, CBD oil, CBD case study, CBD articles. Okay, let's dive in over here to which. Okay, and let's go down to which and let's look in at these. Let's go zoom in. Okay, so you got which CBD brothers oils to use, which CBD oil for fibromyalgia, which CBD vape strength, which CBD is best for inflammation, which CBD strain is best for anxiety. So it starts to give you an idea, psoriasis, Parkinson's, and then you can kind of go over here and you can see why CBD chapstick, why CBD water. And this might be like, why is CBD water good? Or why should I use CBD chapstick? It's kind of summarizing it for you. CBD in food, CBD for skin, CBD lube, lip balm, coffee, deodorant, skincare. You start to notice that there are these kind keywords. And so we call this short form and long form. The short form keyword is CBD. The long form keyword is how is CBD used in a sentence. Now, why is this important? Because you need to know what it is that people are looking for in order to be able to reach them. How CBD oil changed my life, how CBD oil helps autism, how CBD bud is made, how CBD oil Sheffield, how CBD flower is made. So this tool, by the way, I've been using this for a long time for SEO. Whenever I want to write a blog post, this gives me the ideas for all the titles. But it also gives you an idea for YouTube. If you want to make videos on YouTube, this gives you an idea for them. If you want to write blogs, make YouTube, even if you want to put Facebook posts together or articles or anything like that. Now, before I go further, let me say that with a disclaimer that you have to be cautious with some of these words. Like, let me say CBD oil, how CBD helps autism. Well, if I write an article about how CBD helps autism, I'm sure it will get a lot of exposure because autism is a controversial term, CBD is a controversial term, and it's controversial in general that CBD might help autism. So all of that is very controversial. So I might get a lot of attraction, a lot of people wanting to read. However, the affiliated company that I'm with selling their CBD, in this case, the majority of you here, with my assumption, are all in HempWorks. And so if you are promoting HempWorks as an affiliate, then you have to be worried about the affiliate terms and conditions. So even though that's a very great topic, I might want to avoid it. Why might I avoid it? Because I just probably don't want to touch the topics of like autism or fibromyalgia or psoriasis or cancer or anything like that, because that would fall under a claim. And that might be something that the company doesn't want us to go out there and make claims that are product related. And even though there are some people that might believe CBD helps autism, there are also some people that might not. And so companies like HempWorks and any CBD oil company doesn't want to get in the middle of it. They'd rather just stay out of it. So this helps. Okay, so in summary, because I'm going to keep moving through this presentation, in summary, Answer the Public is a way that you can start to take any word and you can start to learn what people are searching for. You can start to brainstorm ideas for your marketing campaigns. Now, let me take it a step further. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you one layer deep. So instead of CBD, we're going to do hemp. And it's just one layer deep. CBD and hemp are very, very similar, slightly different, very similar, right? The things people are searching for hemp might not be the exact things because CBD is more of an oil. Hemp is, you can go with like make clothes and stuff with hemp and stuff like that. So now you can go and you can see, who sells hemp seed oil, who buys hemp products, who owns hemp ink, who makes hemp bombs, who sells hemp bombs. So let's just take this as an example. Okay, so HempWorks sells CBD bath bombs. So in your marketing, you might call them CBD bath bombs, right? But it may not dawn on you to call them maybe hemp bombs, or it may not dawn on you at all that people might be wondering who makes them. So putting together an article, it maybe says like, who makes hemp bombs, or putting together a video, it's like, who makes hemp bombs? And then maybe you're like more like sharing information. Hey, in this video, I'm going to talk about hemp bombs or bath bombs, if you will. And a lot of people ask, who makes them? Where can I find them? Where can I buy them? I want to cover all that in this video. And that's what you do. And then you basically say, my favorite is going to be My Daily Choice HempWorks. They make CBD bath bombs, I'll leave a link under the video for more information about where you can get those. But there's also other companies that make them. Now, the reason I like My Daily Choice HempWorks is blah, blah, blah. So it kind of gives you like more of like, you're just reporting on information people are searching for. And because people are searching for something and you're sharing information about it, you're more likely to create an interest versus the alternative, which is always coming across like you're just advertising. See, if you say like, buy my CBD bath bombs, they're the best. Well, that seems like an ad. But if you came more of question-based that says, hey, who makes hemp bombs? What companies are the best ones out there that make CBD bath bombs or hemp bath bombs? And then you talk about it that way, that might be a little better. So these are just some examples. Who outlawed hemp, hemp fiber, what hemp stocks should I buy, what hemp companies to invest in, what hemp plants look like, is hemp milk good for you? So like, for example, if I had a simple blog or a website or a YouTube channel or anything, this is like huge ammo to be able to research any topic that you want. Now, and be able to know kind of what to phrase. And also when you're doing YouTube videos, the words that you use are able to be transcribed into the captions. And YouTube takes that into consideration to rank your video. So when you're making a video, you want to mention things like this. You don't want to say like, hey, I'm Chris Record, join HempWorks. You want to say like, today we're going to talk about hemp. And specifically, we're going to talk about hemp bath bombs. We're going to talk about some hemp CBD oil. We're going to talk about what hemp does, how to make clothing, whatever. And you're starting to mention keywords in your video. That will all help your ranking too. So in a nutshell, this tool helps give you the ammunition to have your conversations, whether those conversations are written, whether they're on video, regardless. So this is going to be a huge tool for you. And I'm going to come back for this in just a minute. This is going to be your favorite tool for bridge marketing too. And I will come back to that in just a second. So let me go back here. Let me turn off my screen share, chat with you guys. So the first big takeaway I want to give you guys is a tool called Answer the Public. And you can just do a Google search. If you can't find it, just do a Google search. Answer the Public. And go to that and bookmark that and have some fun with that after this. And I'm going to come back to that in a minute with bridge marketing. Okay, so the general idea here is when you're marketing CBD, there is something called direct marketing and indirect marketing. Direct marketing is where I'm going to lead with CBD. I'm going to lead with the thing that I'm selling. For example, if I'm selling phone cases, direct marketing would be buy my phone case, or hey, this phone case is on discount. It's on sale. Hey, this phone case is the best phone case. I'm going to lead with the features of the phone case, why you would want it. Hey, look, you press a button and it can charge your phone just like that. And can always make sure your phone's charged. So the idea is that's direct marketing where you can lead with the exact thing you're selling. That's how 95% of you sell, directly. And the problem is that it creates a lot of noise on a certain topic. And what happens is people become blind to the noise. When there's too much noise going on in a topic, people become blind to it. Like happened with crypto. When everybody was selling and marketing crypto, people just became like blind to it. They just, in the newsfeed, they stopped paying attention because it's the word crypto or cryptocurrency or Bitcoin is being mentioned too much. It's being saturated. And by the way, that's what they mean by saturated. In the industry, you'll oftentimes hear like, oh, is the CBD market saturated? No. Things don't get saturated like that. What happens with saturation is when a whole bunch of people are all doing the same exact thing. And to avoid saturation, you want to do things slightly different. When everybody's preaching CBD, you want to do things slightly different. Now, I've watched a lot of you go on and your posts are all about, join my CBD business or, oh my God, the CBD company's the best and stuff like that. That's cool. Post whatever you want. It's your life. It's your audience. But a better strategy is to reach out to people with something indirect and start the conversation. And once you start the conversation, then mention CBD, then mention your business opportunity, then mention, things that and make sure you ask questions and make sure that they're interested. Questions are the answers. So the whole premise of being able to advertise something is, number one, understanding what people are looking for, what people are doing. And then number two, it's being able to understand how to get around the CBD topic, how to get around it, how to not use it in your marketing. So that's exactly what my goal is here for you. Okay. So that being said, that moves me to the next topic that I really want to kind of jump into, which is this idea of bridge marketing. Okay, bridge marketing is essentially a concept in which rather than selling CBD directly, what are some similar things that people are interested in that are closely related to CBD, but that don't say the word CBD, doesn't say the words hemp. And also, those are kind of some blocked and banned words in advertising, but so is like business opportunities. If you're trying to advertise any sort of biz op or MLM, or if you're making radical income claims, of how much money you can make or how much money you've made, all of that stuff gets blocked too. So Facebook and Instagram and these social networks have this big, huge list of things that they say, like, if you're talking about this, we're going to shut down your ads account. We're going to shut it down, Timmy's asking pot. Yeah, pot, marijuana, any sort of legalization, even medicine, even medications. You'll notice you don't get a lot of ads from prescription big pharma. That's because when big pharma advertises, there's so many rules they have to follow just in order to get their ad out. So realize, like, if you watch like big pharma advertise like a medicine, or Pfizer would advertise like one of their pills or something like that, they can't just advertise a pill and say it's great. They have to jump through so many hoops of disclaimers. They can only say certain things. It's really, really, really stringent, right? So you have to think the same way about your ads. You have to play on the same level that big pharma would have to play on. So if you're going to advertise things like a CBD oil or a business opportunity or a make money from home or anything, there might need to be any kind of disclaimers, then Facebook is generally going to trip out. So people are saying, even CBD that is 100% THC free? Yeah, of course. Listen, it's not THC that is the issue. It's literally, I mean, even if I say like you can make $10,000 a month if you follow this strategy, Facebook won't even allow that. And I didn't mention CBD at all. Okay. So avoid words like CBD, pot, THC, and everything. In fact, I'm going to go even broad. I'm going to show you that you want to avoid all of it. You want to avoid, and people are saying most of the commercial ads are disclaimers and side effects. Yeah, when big pharma advertises, they have to list out all those side effects. So let me ask you a question. When you guys, talk about CBD, and when you guys advertise hemp and CBD oil and zero THC, do you list off any potential side effects? Do you list off any potential? Do you list off like do you follow all the regulations that the FDA puts in place? Of course not. Right now, I would bet that I could school most of you. You wouldn't even know the FDA regulations in the first place. You wouldn't even know. Okay. Some people are asking about other companies and other things like tech. I see lead capture courses and Techademics. If you guys have questions about other stuff, I'm not going to cover it on this webinar, but feel free to reach out to me directly if anybody has any questions about any of that kind of stuff. So if anybody has questions about Techademics, reach out to me directly. If you have questions about lead capture courses, anything that's not related to this webinar. It's not worth it putting the questions in the comments because that's separate business. I'm not going to talk about it. Okay. So let's talk about Terry saying, speak of it as related to health. My advice is don't speak about it at all. I know this is going to go against the grain. Now, there are some considerations, like, for example, if you're on your personal Instagram stories or something like that and you're taking CBD or whatever, that's different. But if you're doing any sort of marketing, if you're doing any sort of public-facing marketing that's mentioning CBD or anything like that, you got to be careful. I've seen people get their Facebook pages shut down, their Facebook group shut down. I've seen 2 people get their personal Facebook profiles shut down. I've seen countless people get their ads accounts banned. I mean, pretty much everybody. So isn't that a sign? Isn't that a sign for you that just says, okay, if everybody's getting their stuff blocked or banned or shut down, then I should stop doing it that way and I should do it I should do it this way. And that's why I wanted to come out on this webinar, is to at least give you guys a different direction to go so you don't have to stop marketing. It would suck if we all had to stop marketing. So I'm saying don't mention CBD at all. I want to introduce you to a concept called bridge marketing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up in a Google Doc really quick, and I'm going to open it up in another window so I can chat with you guys. Let me put CBD webinar as the title. Let me get my font size a little bit up, then I'll share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this idea called bridge marketing. Let me share my screen to do so. And somebody says, wow, he talks really fast. Hey, I got an hour and a half left, and I want to cover as much as possible. So if I'm talking fast, all I'm going to say is write notes faster. That's the way to do it. Okay, let's share the screen. Application window share. That should be good. Okay, so here's a notepad on Google Docs. And we're going to talk about a CBD webinar right now. We're going to talk about something called bridge marketing. Okay, so bridge marketing, the basic idea is we talked about direct marketing and indirect marketing. Okay, so the two. Direct marketing example would be like, buy my CBD oil. You're being very, very direct. Okay, indirect example might be something like, in fact, actually, rather than tell you, let me ask in the questions. Let me ask in the comments real quick. Let me come back to the screen real quick. Let me ask. Let's see the comments right now. This will be interactive. What are some things that people might be interested in that are not CBD, but if they're interested in that, they're also interested in CBD? Like people interested in product A might also be interested in product B. Two totally different products, but they're in the same industry. Think in your mind, the kind of people that would likely get involved in CBD oil or a CBD business are also involved in what kind of things, and try to be as specific as possible. So I see general things like time, freedom, and health. Let's get more specific. Inside of health, dial down what specifically. People that are interested in CBD oil, okay, wow, okay, they're flying in. Let's see how you guys are doing. They might also be interested in essential oils. Okay, there's a good one. Essential oils, coffee, keto, sleeping better, yoga. Timmy says pain relief. That's true, but again, pain relief might come across like you got to be a little more careful if you're doing anything where you're claiming CBD might be able to solve something. You got to be careful. But yes, pain relief would be a good one. Same with vaping. Vaping is another really, really good one. People interested in vaping might be interested in CBD, but vaping is another difficult one to advertise. Supplements, just generic supplements, good. Wellness, black seed oil, natural remedies, yoga. Yoga, by the way, is brilliant. Two or three people said yoga. Yoga is brilliant. Then Henry says surfing, rock climbing, athletes of any kind. Great point. Anybody who's an athlete. Okay, I'm going to continue going, but this is going to be where the aha moments start going. Rather than directly targeting CBD oil, think about ways to indirectly target an audience of people that would also likely be interested in CBD oil. And I'm going to tell you how to bridge that gap and match those two. And this is, just to give you a little teaser, this is going to allow you to be able to get tens of thousands of people contacting you in one of these niches. And now you have the opportunity to share your CBD business. Some of you are going to explode. Some of you are going to hit the highest ranks, hit the most commissions just by using this one technique. So you do not want to miss this webinar, because we're going to just keep peeling away the layers as we go. Vitamins, fitness, non-GMO health food, great angle, vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, all of those things. Essential oils, sleep products, holistic health. I'm starting to see a lot of similar ones. Massage, holistic, vegan, organic food. And even like Desiree saying like keto coffee creamer. Okay, well, yes, but that's still direct marketing. Hempworks has a keto coffee creamer product. That would still be considered direct. More indirect would be people interested in keto or people interested in coffee. And you want to get a nice big indirect audience. Acne, stress release, pain management, organic food. You guys, I can't even scroll fast enough. There's literally, well, first of all, thank you for the engagement. This is going faster than I can do it. Other business opportunities, bingo. There's another great one. People interested in business, one business opportunity might be interested in another one. Weight loss. Okay, are you getting my point? Now, what I would do if I were you is I'd brainstorm that. So let's go back to sharing my screen, and let's start a brainstorm really quick. We're going to do a brainstorm, then a mind map. So when you're doing in bridge marketing, okay, you've got direct marketing, and then you've got indirect marketing. Okay, direct marketing example, for example, might be buy my CBD oil. Indirect, and we're just going to put CBD oil as the direct one. And indirect example might be yoga. Okay, so what that means is someone interested in yoga, you might be able to then convert into CBD oil. Okay, so if you look at this, CBD oil is banned and blocked from advertising. Yoga is not banned or blocked and wide open. So the first sort of takeaway is when you learn to think about it in terms of building, if you were to build an audience of people interested in yoga, you would probably sell more CBD oil than if you marketed CBD directly. But on top of that, you're going to have no problem whatsoever. That's absolutely a winner. And yoga, replace this with anything, right? Yoga is just, I'll use yoga for the example since so many of you are bringing it up. But you'll be able to replace this with anything. There are literally, we could brainstorm right now 1,000 terms. So then what you do is we're going to go back to the Answer the Public tool. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's go back to Answer the Public. And now let's type in yoga. So the first thing I would do is I would do research, and it's gonna create a visualization of all the things having to do with yoga. Okay, and it's gonna be really cool because, let me make sure it's still recording. Yeah. Okay, we're gathering your data. This takes some time. I actually haven't seen it take this long, but there it is. Okay, so there's a little person in the middle, and there's yoga. Now, you look at all this, and you get your mind off CBD. Take your mind off of CBD completely. Can yoga make you taller? Can yoga help you burn fat? Can yoga tone you? Does yoga cause back pain? Can yoga help with arthritis? Can yoga help build muscle? Okay, let's go over here. Will yoga help with my lower back pain, hip pain? Will yoga fix my posture? Will yoga help my depression? Okay, so you're starting to see all of these different things. I mean, look at all this kind of stuff. Where did yoga originate? You know, where's all this kind of stuff? What yoga is best? Which yoga mat should I get? Do you start to see that there is this world of people interested in yoga, a complete world out there? And all of those people would also likely be interested in CBD oil. You would be better off building an audience in the yoga niche, and because they're so easy to advertise to, they're so passionate, it's so safe, it's so friendly, and then convert them to CBD. So let's go back to hypothetical. Okay, so hypothetical. Okay, let's say that you built a huge audience in yoga, in the yoga niche. Okay, so what I would do here is I would build a huge audience in the yoga niche. So what are some ways that I could build an audience in the yoga niche? Let's just brainstorm some ways. Maybe I could get a YouTube channel. Again, all about yoga. Okay, all of these will be all about yoga, so you'll get the gist. But let's say a YouTube channel. Next thing I might do is I might create like a Facebook group, all about yoga. The next thing is I might have an email list, all about yoga. Another thing I might do is I might have, let's say an Instagram account, all about yoga. Maybe a Pinterest account. Maybe I'll have a blog or a website. Are you starting to see all the different things that you can do? And so far, these are all free, but I might also run Facebook ads, all about yoga. I might run Instagram ads, all about yoga. I might run YouTube ads, all about yoga. You get the gist, right? There are free and there are paid strategies. And what I could do by targeting yoga is I'm not going to run into any problems with CBD. I'm not going to get my ad account banned. I'm not even going to mention CBD. Instead, I'm just going to build this huge audience of yoga, and then I'm going to market stuff. Now, let's go through some examples. Examples of marketing CBD oil to yoga. Okay, so I'm just going to ask it in the question form. Can I advertise CBD oil on Facebook? Okay, the answer is no. Can I advertise yoga on Facebook? Okay, you guys all know the answer, right? The answer is yes. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. If that person, if that yoga visitor gets in my DMs, can I then market and promote CBD oil to them? The answer is yes. Okay, let's do it again, but instead of marketing, promoting CBD oil, what about CBD biz op to them? The answer is yes. Or what about instead of a CBD biz op, what if I say, can I then share more about my compensation plan? The answer is yes. Are you starting the difference? The only answer right here is no. The big no is can I lead with CBD oil in my ads? No. But if I lead with yoga and I get them in my audience, can I then do all this stuff to them? Yes. So this is the easy way to be able to advertise is to be able to create, okay, we'll put it down here. The solution. Create a front-end marketing campaign with something other than CBD oil, but loosely related. Then market your CBD business on the back end. Okay, this is essentially the key solution to be able to advertise. Now, not only does this work in terms of Facebook ads, but it also converts better. Let me talk to you for a minute. Not only Does this strategy result in more sales, more revenue, a higher ROI on your ad spend? All of this kind of stuff. It works better, but it also doesn't get your ad account banned. It doesn't get you blocked. It doesn't get you scratching your head going, how am I going to put my business? And it has unlimited ideas. It's literally better all the way around. So if I ran ads for yoga and I ran ads for CBD oil, my yoga ads are going to convert better. So a lot of you might be thinking, well, technically that's not advertising CBD oil, that's advertising yoga. And I'm saying, well, technically, no, it's still going to sell me more CBD oil. Okay? Because, and by the way, if you want to get advanced, there are ways to promote and sell CBD oil. I mean, you can go over to Google Ads. Google is a lot less restrictive. Google and YouTube are going to be a lot less restrictive when it does come to marketing and promoting CBD. So for those of you that are just like super self-learners and stuff like that, you can teach yourself some ways to market CBD. For the majority of you, especially anybody that's a beginner, my advice is this: separation of church and state. In this case, church is like your CBD business and state is like the big social media companies, right? Separation of the two. And I'm going to tell you places when and where you can. So if you're on like your personal Facebook account and you're just making a post to your friends and it's pretty innocent, there's no major claims, there's no major, you're not making any major like CBD oil cures cancer, you're not saying CBD oil cures autism, you're not saying, hey, would you like to learn how to make $50,000 a month? Join here. As long as you're not saying anything like income disclaimer or FDA disclaimer, then posting on your personal Facebook CBD oil is generally allowed. There are rare situations where people have been banned, but that's generally allowed. Now, same with Instagram. If I'm on an Instagram story and I just want to share myself taking drips and talk about CBD oil, that's generally allowed. However, you always, if you're going to do that, you have to be very careful. You have to be super all about disclaimers. You have to be throwing in FTC disclaimers, income disclosures, product disclaimers. So you can do it, but you have to use disclaimers. So my point is, why go through all that extra energy when you don't necessarily have to, and it's not necessarily going to get you a better result? What if I could show you a way to be able to take any topic that you want, like surfing or pet health or skincare or dietary supplements or black seed oil, whatever all these things are, or yoga. What if I could teach you how to build an audience in that niche and then how to be able to market anything you want to them, including CBD oil, including a business opportunity, including all of that kind of stuff. That's exactly what I want to do right now. Is exactly what I want to show you. So let's keep going. Let me go back to sharing my screen and let's go back to this document. So solution, create a front-end marketing campaign with something other than CBD oil, but loosely related. Okay, you want to make sure that it's at least related. Then market your CBD on the business. So we're going to go through an example. Example, I can run a yoga ad on Facebook and tell people to DM me for a free yoga PDF. Okay. Then when they DM me, I can set up an autoresponder, an auto message. Let's say an automatic message that gives them the PDF, and it asks them a question, creating interest about CBD. Okay, so the process would be: user sees my ad on Facebook. User clicks link to send me a DM. My auto reply gives them a free PDF on that niche. My auto reply asks them a question about CBD oil. User replies to my message, starting conversation. I take over manually and lead conversation to a sale. In the case of HempWorks, a sale could be like a pre-enrollee account or a CBD oil purchase. Okay, something like that. So this process right here is literally like, this is the flow. The user sees my ad on Facebook. The user clicks a link to send me a DM. My auto reply gives them a free PDF. And then my auto reply asks them a question, starting a conversation. The user replies, and then I take over and I start having a conversation with the user. So this is getting leads to contact me. So instead of constantly having to chase down prospects and pitch my business opportunity for CBD oil, I can have prospects contact me first with interest. These are red hot leads. And you can do this in any niche, but I'm talking about doing it with CBD. So that's the general idea, is that I'm going to show you how to be able to do that. Okay. I want to make sure people are following along. Let me go up to the top of the comments real quick because I don't want to go too far. Questions: how do you set up the auto reply? Obviously, we're gonna do that. How do you get the PDF? Obviously, we're gonna do that. Can we get the Google Doc? Probably. I don't see any reason why not. How did it go from PM to DM? Times change. Private message, direct message, social media words change. DM is a direct message. Okay. Yes, there's a variety of people in here. Some people here have their own CBD brands. Some people here are in HempWorks. Robert says he thought it was all allowed. Well, Robert, I mean, look, you're free to try to post it all and see what happens, right? But from everything that I'm seeing, the people that are doing this are still getting their accounts banned. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so let's dive into yoga. Jewel says, this is good stuff. I could focus on Reiki. Yes, Reiki would be a phenomenal one. So if I were you, I would go to this tool here, the Answer the Public tool, and I would type in Reiki. And this will give you an idea for the kind of content that you should be creating. Oh, I've reached limit. Okay, so you guys can do it yourself. So you can go in there and you could do Reiki. Okay, I think it gives you I've used this tool a bunch because I've done a couple of them. It probably gives you 10 searches for free or something like that a day. So you can go in there and you can search Reiki. Okay, next I want to, I don't think I was sharing my screen there, by the way. So what I just said, but you didn't see my screen, was you can go back to Answer the Public, type in Reiki, and you could be able to get some stuff there. Okay, let's share my screen and let's keep moving. The next tool that I want to show you for this presentation is, Audience Insights. This is a Facebook tool that allows you to see what people are interested in on Facebook, and it allows you to target them with your ads. So we'll start off we'll cover a few things: how to set up a Facebook account, how to access Audience Insights, and then we'll go into the various types of ads you can place, and we will also play around with interest. We'll play around with tons of interest, because this is and again, before I do this, let me just say, some of you guys might not be too technical. Don't worry. Google will help fill in the blanks on anything. In fact, let's go to Google. Let's go to Google right now and let's type in how to set up a Facebook ads account. Okay? So just shows you, you don't need just me. Look at all these articles here that'll show you how to set up a Facebook ads account. In fact, I've been to a bunch. Look at Ad Espresso, how to set up your Facebook ad account. I mean, look, this is a full-blown chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and it's all free. And they can show you how to be able to set everything up, how to set it up, Facebook ad campaign. So there's sites. All I did was I just did how to do it. So rather than me go through all this, look, it breaks it all down. And shows you step-by-step everything. So rather than me go through that, all you got to do is go to how to set up a Facebook ads account, go here to Ad Espresso, okay, and then go through this article right here, okay? Just go to Google if you need to search it, find something that you like. Okay, once you're inside of Facebook, let me go back. Let me take off my interest I was using. Traditional messaging. I was in the middle of doing another ad there. Okay. So you're going to create a Facebook ad account. Now, if you're not familiar with Facebook ad accounts, let me just say, right off the bat, if you've never set up a Facebook ad account and stuff like that, don't get overwhelmed. It's pretty simple. I'll show you right now where to be able to access your Facebook ad account. It's really simple. The part that gets people scared is the spending money part. But just setting it up, just go in and set it up. You're going to need a credit card of some form of payment to be able to put down. But I never teach to spend more than $5 in ads, like $5 a day in ads. So like for the price of a Starbucks coffee, you can experiment. And a lot of ads you could do for just $1 just to see if they work. So what I would normally do is let's go over to Facebook real quick and I'll show you. What I would normally do is I would you come over to Facebook. And on the drop-down menu, there'll be like a little section you can do to create an ads account. I already have one. And then you can go in here and you can manage, you can create pages, ads, all this kind of stuff. And you can create as many pages as you like, as many groups as you like, and then you can go in and create ads. Once you go into your ads manager, there's all these things you can do. And rather than get overwhelmed, so once you go create your account and log in, rather than get overwhelmed, there's only really a couple items you really need. Audience Insights right here. This one, Audience Insights, and then Ads Manager. These are really the only two you're going to need. Okay, so you don't really need to get too carried away. You just go to Audience Insights. Now, once you're inside of Audience Insights, what this is a Facebook tool. Let me make it big. This is a Facebook tool that allows you to see what kind of things you can advertise to on Facebook. So right off the bat, it says top categories. Like you could advertise to people interested in Budweiser or Bud Light, people interested in Pepsi. So like these are essentially audiences that you can advertise to. So these are brands, right? But it's not just brands. This dives really, really deep. And it shows you for each one of these like pages, the Budweiser page has 3.8 million people. So if I wanted to, I could advertise to the Budweiser page. There's 3.8 million people and I can advertise. So let's go in over here to this interest tool. And by the way, you can also choose age. I like to always go 21 and above for two reasons. One, if I'm ever advertising anything controversial, I want to make sure people are 21 and above so that there's never a situation where teenagers are seeing it. And the other reason is because people 21 and above are more likely to have credit cards and be buyers. So I usually always go change it to 21. Now, I do usually target men and women separately because when I run an ad to women, I'm going to be less dominant with my ad and I'm going to use different verbiage and different colors. And also if I have like a picture, I'm going to use women in the picture. Women, look, I'm not trying to be stereotypical right now. That is not my goal at all. But women, they react, they tend to convert more when they see women in their space. Men tend to convert more with men. It's just kind of the way that people are. They tend, people tend to like themselves the most. So if you can introduce them to someone who's similar to them, they're more likely to, know them, like them, and trust them because they remind them of themselves. So if you're targeting, like I would recommend if you're a woman, start by targeting other women. And so I would go here and just do women. And if you're a man, start there. But let's just do all. And then I'll do different ads for both. So let's do all. Let's put in the interest. Now, what I'll do first is I'll go through and I'll think of related interests. But we can go into yoga. Okay? So once I go into yoga, what's going to happen is it's going to give me the top categories of that interest. And the top categories here are, health and wellness, grocery stores, clothing stores, shopping, retail, and all this kind of stuff. Now, here's a bunch of stuff right off the bat that is just kind of saying is interested, like Clean Food Crush, audience, 1.3 million people, right? So before I go any further, real quick, Clean Food Crush, give me a simple yes or no in the comments if you've heard of Clean Food Crush. Yes or no? I just want to see, just kind of see where we're at. Give me a yes or no. Have you heard of Clean Food Crush? Yes or no as a page? Okay. Look, most people are just saying no. I haven't even seen a yes yet. Okay, so this is a perfect example. I still haven't seen a yes. Wait, there's hundreds and hundreds of no's. The no's are flying in. There's one yes, I saw one. Lauren has heard of it. Okay, so you guys, this is my point. Before I go any further, this is my point. If this doesn't give you an aha moment, I just don't know what will. What I'm saying right now is literally, in a matter of seconds, I typed in yoga. Facebook said, there's Clean Food Crush. Clean Food Crush is a page on Facebook, and I can target them. Anybody interested in the Clean Food Crush page, I can advertise my business to, right? So this is the aha moment. Nobody thinks of this on their own. When you go to market your business, all you think about is, what post should I make on my Facebook? What post should I make on Instagram? You don't think, ooh, let me dive deep and find some pages in related niches that I could advertise to. You don't think that way. You just think, let me just make a post. Let me share a link. this is how you start thinking smart, and this is how you start to understand how to build to advertise. Is literally Clean Food Crush is a page on Facebook, and we're going to look it up right now. It's just the first one. And by the way, I didn't do this in advance, so we're going to look it up. And we're going to pull it up. Hold on, let me share my screen to be able to pull it up. Okay, let me okay, hold on, share screen. Okay. Okay, so let's take a look at Clean Food Crush. Okay, so on Facebook, Clean Food Crush, I just searched it, and here comes Rachel. Let's see. Boom. Clean Food Crush. So here's a page right here. This is an example like page transparency and stuff like that. Here's an example of Clean Food Crush. Now, I can target and I can advertise people that are interested in clean eating. Now, do you think that people interested in clean eating might also be interested in CBD oil? Yes or yes? Right? Which one? So like this just gives an example. This person is the brand. Okay, you know in the industry they call other people's money, OPM. This is called OPC, other people's content. Somebody else took the time and energy to build audiences in a variety of pages and stuff like that, and you have the ability to be able to market directly to their audience with the click of a mouse. You don't have to build the audience. You just have to get good at finding the audience, right? That's Clean Food Crush, okay? So you go on, and then there's ones like Whole Foods Market, Fabletics, Groupon, Screaming Owl, da-da-da-da. Now, this is all still for yoga, okay? So you can dive in even further if you wanted, right? So like you can go in here, in fact, Clean Food Crush might even be, was it all one word? I can't remember. Clean Food Crush. Well, I'm going to do it on the advertising screen because I don't think it's going to show up like that. I'm going to do it on the advertising screen. But you can even dive in further right here and go in even further, okay? Clean Food Crush. Okay, so just like that, you can see the pages right then. And like, look at this. 1.9 million people like this. 1.9 million people follow this. So these like communities that they have, these pages, you can just target all the people already into this. So you go through and you can even click the page and you can see. So you go here to this audience insights tool, you search things like yoga. Now you don't just search yoga, you can go and you can type in yoga and see what other related niches there are. It's like yoga journal, okay? And then I'll get rid of this yoga here. Okay, now I've got interest, yoga journal, right? And now like look at all this stuff it's giving me now. People interested in yoga journal, it's giving me like all these other pages that are related. You know, Thrive Market, Yoga Journal, Wellness and Good, Yoga and Gaia. These are all audiences that you can advertise to. Forks Over Knives. And it shows you Spiritual Gangster. You know, so this is a clothing line, Spiritual Gangster. You can click on that and you can see people's pages. So this tool allows you to find like some of the best that you can see, like 438,000. Oh, check this out. Right off the bat, right when I came to the page, they have an automatic message. You know, like I can press how much do your items cost? They got an automatic message just came in. I'm going to show you how to do this, but look at that. Right when I came to the page, they have an automatic message. This is a feature that Facebook allows you to use for free. So just like that, they basically instantly gave me a response. So you can basically build a page like this. It doesn't have to have any fans. You can run your ad, and if people message you, you can have automatic responses go out. It's happening in real time right here in front of you. This is how business is advertised. Start thinking like a business owner instead of like a business owner instead of like a consumer, right? You're not a consumer, you're an entrepreneur. Okay, so this person spent the time building like a really good brand and building all this kind of stuff and all these kind of people interested in this. I bet you this whole entire audience would love CBD oil, okay? So what I would do though is I would target them for yoga, right? I would target people that like Spiritual Gangster, probably like yoga. I would run a yoga ad. Look, there's like yoga clothes pretty much. I'd run a yoga ad and then I would market to them about my CBD business. And I'm going to get a bunch of women who, that's why I'm going to target women only, Spiritual Gangster, and I'm going to really relate out to women and do that. Okay, so still to come is I'm going to show you a little bit more about how to set up that auto message and how to be able to do that. But that's exactly what this Audience Insights tool does. It allows you to be able to find stuff, you know? It allows you to be able to go see the pages. It allows you to see their affinity, how related they are to the topic, you know, and all these kind of things about it. So that's a good starting point right there. That's a really good starting point to be able to do that. Now, outside of that, you also want to go in and then you can go into, remember I told you there's only Ads Manager and I'll show you a section again. Here's where you cut off. Let me start over. Okay. There's Ads Manager. Remember I showed you in your ads account. There's Audience Insights where we just were, and now there's Ads Manager. When you go into Ads Manager, this is where you actually can do some more research. You don't even have to place an ad here, but watch how powerful this is. You guys are going to love this. It says, what's your objective here inside of Ads Manager? What are you trying to do? I'm going to click messages. I want people to send me messages. And then the campaign, I might say like yoga PDF is like what I'm giving away there. I'm going to give away a yoga PDF. Okay. And then I just press continue. And now don't worry about all this stuff. We don't need to go into too much detail here. But what it's essentially telling me is I can reach 210 million people. That's too much people on Facebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go down and I'm going to create a new audience. So first thing is, where do I want to target people? I could target people in any country that I want. Now, if I'm marketing CBD oil, I'm only going to feature locations in which I might be able to sell CBD oil. So I'm only going to put countries in which I could sell CBD oil because I don't want a whole bunch of people in a country that doesn't allow it. So if I'm partnered with HempWorks, then I'm only going to put in all the countries here that I want to have HempWorks people in, and that's what I'll put there. But as long as they're English-speaking countries with credit cards, that should be fine. Age, I'm going to change age to 21. But none of this really matters. This is only when it comes time to place an ad. I just want to show you it's available. This is what matters. Detailed targeting. Okay? Detailed targeting right here. So watch this. You type in yoga, and you got an interest, yoga. Now, it's going to change my audience on the right. Instead of 210 million people, it's now 58 million people. But that's still too many. You guys want to do between like 500,000 to a million, probably, in your audience. Okay, but just think about this. Like you want to probably do less than a million, but 58 million is too much. But now watch what happens. Once I type in an interest, I can hit this box that says suggestions. And I click that, and it's going to suggest a whole bunch of things to me. And on the right, it's going to show me the size of the audience. So it's saying, okay, people interested in yoga, maybe you want to target health and wellness, meditation. So here already, you know how I was asking you guys for bridge ideas? Meditation. Now let me ask you, if people are interested in meditation, might they also be interested in CBD oil? Yes. Mindfulness, well-being, personal development, quality of life, physical fitness, personal care, physical exercise. A lot of you are naming this, all this kind of stuff, like CrossFit. Take Aaron Parker, for example. Aaron Parker is heavily interested in CrossFit. He's so interested that that's why he couldn't be on the webinar tonight, because he has a big CrossFit thing going on. So he's very interested in CrossFit. So obviously he's interested in CrossFit, and he hit like rank 250K in the company. So that gives an example right there of how powerful that this can be, that it can be like you can target those kind of niches and be able to build the audience. So you see all this kind of stuff, right? And you see all these different types of things right now. As you start typing more and more, it starts diving down. So let's say yoga, let's say meditation, and let's say CrossFit or whatever. Okay. So here's a bunch of interests. Now, notice that it raised the reach. So instead of it being like 51 or 54 million, now it's 74 million people. That's not what we want to do. We don't want to raise it. So I'm going to teach you how to get this down to the most loyal audience of 1 million people. So we're going to take out meditation and yoga. Let's take all these out. Okay. We're going to start with yoga right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down to narrow audience, narrow it. And now we're going to type in yoga again, but we're going to do a different yoga term. Let's do yoga journal. Now it went down because people that are interested in yoga who are also interested in yoga journal is 12 million of the 58 million people. Now let's narrow it further. And let's go down and go yoga pants. And now it's down to 3.7 million. So this is only targeting people that are interested in yoga and yoga journal and yoga pants. So this really gives you an idea of how to be able to continue to get that perfect, that perfect audience or whatever. Now we're 3 million people, and I can keep narrowing it down. Now, another way I can narrow down is just targeting men or women. So I could go women. Now it's 1.9 million people. And I could even just do an older demographic. So I could even, if I really want, I can go to like 35 and older. Now it's 800. Now we got a sweet audience. So look at this. Right in front of your eyes in a niche you guys gave me, I found in the United States an audience of 870,000 people, which is in the sweet spot. That's the perfect audience right there, of women ages 35 and above who are interested in yoga, but also interested in Yoga Journal, also interested in Yoga Pants, also interested in Yoga Alliance. So now these are people that are really interested in yoga. And with a click of a mouse, I can set up an ad right now and I can target them. Or I could just save the audience and build another one, build another one, build another one. Now, where can I target them? So if I want to place my ads, where can I target them? Let's look. I could target them on Facebook. I could target them on Instagram, or I could target them directly in their messenger, directly in their Facebook Messenger. Now, it just depends on what you're trying to do. You can go, oh yeah, I'm doing direct messages, so that would be the right way to do that. I chose Messenger inbox as the thing, so I got to leave that on. But if I wanted to, I could just do Instagram swipe up ads. I could also do those. That's just in the beginning. If you guys remember when I chose messages as my objective, that's what this is, Messenger. I can reach them. So look at all these places I can advertise. Let's look. I could advertise, and this is going to show me an example right here. I could advertise them directly in a Facebook newsfeed. I just make a post, and when they're scrolling, it'll say sponsored. It can have a picture of something yoga related, and it can say some text, and then people can click on that and send me a direct message or whatever. Or I can go to Instagram feed. It looks very, very similar, but now it's a square image inside of Instagram, and they click learn more. Okay, or I can go to Facebook Marketplace. I can make it as an offer in the marketplace. Or I can go to the Messenger inbox. So look at the Messenger inbox. When people are checking their messages, they're going to get an advertisement of yours just like that. And it's going to pop up and say, learn more. It's going to look like this. So see what happens when I do that. I'm going to do it again. Right now, I'm going to leave this up. You can see it right there, Jasper's Market on the right. When they click on it, it shows that they can get whatever deal you want. So you can send people deals directly in their inbox, and it looks like a regular message. How cool is that? You can do that stuff. You can also do Instagram stories. These are swipe up ads. Okay, so notice how that's turned on. These are swipe up ads. You can basically put any kind of video or picture as long as it's 15 seconds or less, and you can have a swipe up ad. Now, let's talk about, before I go too much further, I want to make sure I'm constantly checking back in with you to make sure I'm not over anybody's heads. Okay, I do this for a living. I don't know how much you guys know of me outside of the CBD space, but we've generated tens of millions of dollars in commissions doing this. That's why I got involved in CBD, was because I saw CBD as a great niche that nobody else knows how to advertise, and I knew that I could be able to. Advertise it. So that's why I did that. Okay. So you got to understand, my background is doing this. Now, I started as a beginner, level 1. Then I got to level 2, level 3, level 4, all the way up to level 10. You're going to have to start out as a beginner too. Okay. So in the beginning, I looked at it and said, some of this stuff is overwhelming. Some of this stuff is difficult to learn. In the beginning, I didn't really know what I was doing. Then once I got to like level 2, level 3, level 4, I started making profit. Then we started generating millions of dollars. So it doesn't happen overnight. In no way whatsoever am I going to tell you, you're just going to open up Facebook and start doing this. What I'm trying to give you in today's webinar, like I said from the beginning in full transparency, is I'm going to give you the concepts. Because if you can just focus on wrapping your head around the concepts, then when we dive into the detailed training, you can understand it better. But you have to first, it's layers. There's layers to this. You have to first understand the concept. So Josh, like for example, Josh, you're saying, how do you get around Facebook policies? They won't allow CBD or hemp ads. So my best guess to that, Josh, is that you missed the first half of the webinar because we did cover that, and I'll get you a replay soon. What I'm showing you right now is don't advertise using CBD terms. I showed you right now how to be able to find a loosely related audience, how to find the perfect pages to be able to advertise to. You can advertise to all their audience, and you can do it with swipe up ads. You can do it with Facebook posts. You can do it with Messenger, all right inside there. Now, you're not going to learn it all on this webinar, but that's going to be a nice breakdown for you, and you're going to be able to understand it. Okay, so I want you to get the concept. I'm going to keep diving in. I just want to make sure it's not getting over anybody's head. One of the things that I wanted to share with you today was how to get the swipe up feature on Instagram turned on. So let's talk about this, for example. So in order to get the swipe up feature turned on for Instagram, you have to have at least 10,000 followers on your account. So if you go to Instagram right now and you post a story, you won't have the swipe up feature until you have 10,000 followers. There's two ways to be able to get the swipe up feature turned on. One, you have to get 10,000 followers. Now, there is an easy way to do that. It costs like $200 to $500, but I'm not going to go into that on the webinar today, but there is a way to be able to achieve that, but you would have to invest like $200 to $500, and I don't have the time to train all of that. So it does take money. But essentially what you can do is you can get people to give you shout outs on other Instagram profiles, and it gets you like 10,000 followers. Those followers aren't like hyper engaged. They don't know you that well and stuff like that, but it turns on your Instagram swipe up feature. And then once you get that turned on, you can market to your existing followers with more calls to action and make money. So it's worth it from that, if you look at it from that angle. But I'm not going to go right now and train you on how to go get these shout outs, but that's one way. The other way, which is my favorite workaround, is if you place an ad, if you do it through the ads manager on Facebook, the Instagram swipe up feature is automatically triggered on. So even if I have one follower right now on my Instagram, if I place that swipe up ad, if I go and I upload a little video right now into Facebook ads manager, and I choose post it on Instagram swipe ups, it'll automatically have the swipe up ad. It'll say, what link do you want to swipe up to go to? So I don't have to have any amount of followers. I don't have to have anything. And I could be spending like $1 a day, right? So it's very, very low cost. I can instantly run it on my account. I can instantly get that credibility and stuff like that. So there's two ways to do it. One is the organic way. You got to go get 10,000 followers. The best way I know is to pay influential people to be able to give you shout outs and tell the people to follow you. They'll do it. It'll cost you hundreds of dollars. Or the other way is to run these ads. And that's the way I like to teach everybody to do it. So Sunshine says, how much time do you personally spend to do this kind of advertising? This is what I love, Sunshine. You just set up the ad and you're done. I spend about 5 minutes a day just monitoring my ads just to make sure that like there's no crazy spending. But what you do is when you place your ads, you just place a small amount. Like you just say, I want to place this ad and I want to spend $5 a day. And then you let it go for like, let's say 4 or 5 days. And if it's performing, you keep it going. And if it's not performing, you lower it to $1. You start them all at 5 and then you lower them to $1 if they're not performing. That's basically the most simplistic advice. And then if it's just a flop and no one's even using it, then just pause the ad. So you're in full control. Once a day, you should log in your ads account. It shows you all your ads. Once a day, you should just go in and just be like, do I want to keep it going or not? And even if you're not sure, just lower it to $1. Okay. What is good performance? I mean, ultimately, if you guys were all experts, I would say good performance is ROI. If I spend $1,000, I need to be making around $1,500 to $2,000 back in order for it to be worth it. That's what I would normally say. But good performance for beginners is just engagement. If you can place an ad and get people messaging you in your inbox, then you're like already at level 2. You went from level 1 to level 2. So I would say, Sonia, to answer your question about what is good performance, performance should be a measure of what level you are and give yourself a little bit of like freedom in the beginning to be level 1. Start at level 1 and do a little bit more, then go level 2, level 3, and all the way up and keep going like that. Okay. Chris, can you give an example of a conversation? Yeah, okay, let's talk about that real quick. So conversations are everything, right? So for a conversation, let's say that I got to show you guys still like how to get some content for yoga ads. So we're going to get back to this, but I'll skip ahead and give you the conversation. So let's say that I place a yoga ad and somebody sends me a direct message on Facebook and my auto reply goes and gives them a PDF. Okay, well now I'm going to have a conversation. So what I might do, and I'm going to have to freestyle this because you guys gave me yoga and I didn't think about it. So, if I were to think about it right now, instead of being put on the spot, I'd probably do better. But to just right off the bat, I might look at something on their profile. So when they message me, I'll click their profile and I'm going to look at something about them and I'm going to respond with something personalized about them. So maybe it's a woman named Mary, and maybe I noticed that Mary lives in Oklahoma, and I'm looking for a point of mutual relatability. Okay. And by the way, this conversation will help you in all sales and all marketing, not just advertising. This will help you in all your communications. When you're talking with anybody in Messenger, you want to look for some point of mutual relatability. So I know the things I'm interested in. Chris Record, I'm interested in, I have children. I got 2 kids. One of my kids has autism, so I can relate to anybody with kids or autism that in the same age range. Obviously, anything internet marketing I could relate to. I like golf. I could relate a little bit on sports. There's certain books that I like. There are certain places to travel. You start thinking of things that you are into. And then when you click on somebody's profile, you're looking for some of those relatability items. So if I click on Mary's profile and see she's from Oklahoma, I'm going to say, the PDF is going to go out to her. I'm going to say, hey, Mary, I noticed that you're from Oklahoma. My family's from Oklahoma. They grew up and lived in Enid, Oklahoma. Are you familiar with the area? So if I do that, does that sound like a personal conversation or an advertisement? Let me see. Let me see what you guys say. If I say, hey, Mary, I noticed you're from Oklahoma. My grandparents are from Oklahoma. I used to go there all the time. Are you familiar with the Enid, Oklahoma area? Does that sound, again, in the questions right now live, does that sound like an advertisement or does that sound like a friendly conversation? So obviously everybody's saying it's a personal personal conversation. And there's about a minute delay on the chat. I notice they all start flying in after. It's personal. So think about that. That's how you want to market your business. It's called, when you just go off about your business, it's called throwing up. You don't want to throw up people. You want to engage with people, and you want to be conversational. You want to be friendly. You want to be personal. So go click on their profile. Some of their stuff might be hidden if they're not friends with you, but you'll be able to see something. You'll be able to see the pages that they like. You'll be able to see the where they're from, the city that they live in. You'll be able to see some pictures. Maybe they have children or something in pictures. You'll be able to see something. And don't be weird about it. Don't be like, I wouldn't say like, as a guy to a girl, I wouldn't say like, oh my God, you have a beautiful profile picture. You look hot. Okay. Don't be weird about it. I wouldn't say like, wow, your daughter is so beautiful. Even that, you intended as a compliment, I wouldn't say it. If it's a young kid, I wouldn't say it. Or even if it's a teenager, I wouldn't say it. Like, don't be weird about it. Don't be awkward about it. Just be like mature business conversation. Hey, I just clicked through your profile to get to know you better. And I noticed that you're into golf. I actually love golf. Where are some of your favorite courses to play? People want to have conversations with other people. Everybody wants to make new friends, but people don't want to be sold. So what you want to do is you want to create a conversation just using a little stuff, and then keep the conversation going to a point where you can talk a little bit about, your business. So next, I would want to find out what they do for a living. Be like, oh, that's awesome. So I sent you the yoga PDF. A little bit about me. I actually run a nice yoga community, and I also run a CBD community. So I'd love to be able to get you connected. But let me ask you a question. Are you currently in the CBD industry at all? Do you use CBD at all? That might be a professional way to be able to mix that in. Notice how I didn't pitch CBD. I'm still in that conversational tone. I'm still in the conversational tone that's saying like, hey, I happen to run a yoga site and a CBD site. Now CBD was mentioned very loosely, very casually. Yeah, I happen to run a community in yoga and in CBD. They're both doing very, very well. Let me ask you a question. Do you use CBD? Do you love CBD oil? Is that something that, maybe even ask them, is that something that's ever had an interest to you? Or you can say something like, yeah, I'd love to be able to, connect you with my communities. I'll for sure connect you with the yoga community. Did you also want to be connected to my CBD community? And then boom, that's another little angle, just like that. So that's what you're essentially doing. You're essentially grabbing an audience. Okay, in summary, here's CBD. Here's a loosely related audience. Let's call it yoga. Here's a yoga page that you could target. Here's a yoga ad to them saying to DM you if they want whatever free thing you're going to give them. They DM you, you send them the free thing, and you start a conversation, and then you lead them to a link to become a pre-enrollee. Now, inside of your Facebook Messenger inbox, you can do whatever you want. Inside of your email list, another thing you can do if you don't want to get it to your inbox is you can just tell people to join your list. There's lots of email platforms out there, that you can sign up for that'll let you build a list. They'll give you a little lead capture form, and you can just make the first email that goes out, make that one the auto email that goes out when they sign up, make that be the PDF. Now, I'm not going to log in and teach you how to set up all this kind of stuff, but I'm just saying you could do it. You could set up an email, little form. You sign up with like MailChimp or Aweber or something like that, some email service, and then they give you they pre-build little lead capture pages. When the person jumps, you can even change the little title. It says, what email should I send your yoga PDF to? And then when they do, boom, you just send them the PDF and it's good. So then you have them by email. Now you can market to them for years in their email inbox. That's a great way to be able to market. I do that all the time. All right, enough talking. Let me jump further in on this. Okay, the question I'll dive in on is Michelle says, okay, now where do I get this yoga PDF? Let's dive right into that. Let's go over and let's talk about getting some of your stuff together. So I'll go over here to a new tab. And what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go like, yoga, let's go to like top yoga stretches. Okay. Something like that. The 15 best yoga stretches to do every single day. Okay. So let's click here. Okay. So here's an article that shows the 15 stretches you should do every damn day. Okay. So this is a pretty cool one, right? So this is what my ad would look like. Now I'm not going to copy this picture, but I'm going to basically create an ad that's just like this. I'm going to say like the top 15 yoga stretches you should do every single day. Free PDF. Okay, and that's going to be my picture. It's going to have a couple people doing yoga. So just like this, basically exactly like this, except I'm going to do it. Now, I can go to Fiverr and pay somebody I can give them this and just say, can you make something like this for me with 4 people doing yoga, but put my thing in the middle? They'll do it for $5. Or I can go to Canva and I can just do it for free. I could just go to Canva and make something really quick. No different than like, creating just any picture on Canva. And honestly, like just having someone do yoga and just putting like, here's the top 15 stretches you should do every single day. So you get an article like this. This is the first one. You find an article that you think is valuable and you create a little picture that's going to be used as the ad. And, I could even grab one of these pictures I don't like using other people's pictures though, but I'll just go like find some like free pictures or whatever. But here's the top 15. Okay, let's say that this is the free article you want to give away. Now, how do you turn this into a PDF? You guys ready for a really cool way to do this? Here we go. Take down notes on this one. There's a site called printfriendly.com. Print Friendly. Right there, Print Friendly. And then all you do is you copy and paste a URL and you click preview. So I'm going to grab this URL of Daily Burn. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to paste it. Preview. It's generating the PDF. Now let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. So here's the PDF it generated, and it generated this whole entire PDF for me. Now this whole entire article is in a PDF. Okay, just like that. Now, if I want to, I can leave it as is, or if I want to, I can go in and notice that if I put my mouse over things, it asks if I want to delete it. So see where it says like 0 shares on the bottom? I might say I don't want to say 0 shares. So I just click the delete button twice and it's gone. So I'll just review the PDF. The PDF can be about this other third-party site, and I'll just start putting my mouse over things. Do I want to leave the author name in? Sure. I don't mind giving her credit. Do I want to leave the date? I don't think I need the date, so I'll turn that out. Do I want to leave the picture? Sure. Do I want to leave this link going to related? No. Boom, and it's gone. So I'll take out like maybe all the related links just like that, and go through and maybe like look and see if there's any like ads or anything, if there's any kind of things that I don't want in here. But I don't mind about giving them credit. This is called OPC, other people's content. You want to use other people's content. Now you're going to give them credit. So you're leaving in all their credit. You're leaving in their URL. This service leaves in all the credit. So once you get the article the way that you like it, you just click PDF. Let me make sure it's sharing real quick. Yeah, sharing. Okay, you just click PDF. And then you click download the PDF, and it'll download it just like that. Boom. And then just like that, you've got a PDF. Now you have your PDF link that you can give away. So just like that, you've created a free PDF that you can give away. That's how easy it is. Now, in case you missed it, why don't we have some fun, and why don't we do a second one? So you go search for something that would be of value to your audience. So whatever audience you're building, whatever niche you're building. See, like this is for beginners, but we're targeting people who are really into, let's do this, advanced yoga poses. Look, it's already right there, advanced yoga poses. We're targeting people that are really into yoga, advanced yoga poses, and this is from Yoga Journal. So this is even better because remember we were going to target Yoga Journal, okay? So now the only downside is that when I go here, there's no article. It's just like, so this is going to be a little bit more work. I would probably have to go through each one and print the PDF of each one. Okay, so here we got so this is a little bit more work, but it's still possible. Let's take this right here, Firefly Post, and let's go over here to Print Friendly, click on logo, paste it. And Print Friendly is generating. Let's see how it looks. There's the Firefly Post. Okay. So notice that it looks a little ugly like this, all of this, right? Authors, editors, original, updated. So let's just clean it up a little bit, okay? I'll probably leave that in, YJ Editors. Well, YJ Editors is there twice, so I could probably take this one out since it's in there twice, okay? So there we go, Firefly Post. Okay, so now I've got a nice, and see like all this see more? I'll take out all these too. And it just takes a couple seconds, okay? I'm not trying to be perfect right now on the webinar, so I might not do all of them, see also, whatever. I just deleted a step on accident, but that's all right. So the point is, okay, there we go, I'll put it back. You just want to delete these things, okay? So the point is you're going to clean up the article, and even like this, like go back to the post finder, I'll probably delete everything after here, okay? Maybe not everything. Okay, so now I got this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to save this. and I'm going to download it. Same exact thing. I want to download it. I don't know, it's blocking the download. I guess I got to allow it. Always allow. Done. Okay. I'm going to download it, and okay. Now I got that as a PDF, right? Same thing. You guys can see it. I got that. Now, that's just one post. So if I found an article like this where like, if I want to find like 10 articles and put them all together, then I'll do something called Merge PDF. There's tools in Google, Merge PDF, and you can go to it. And what it'll do is you'll be able to upload all the different PDFs. Let's say I had like 10 different yoga poses or whatever. I'll be able to upload all the different PDFs just like that, and it'll merge them all together. It'll make it into one PDF. And then if you're looking for a PDF cover, you can just go to Canva, and you can also create a PDF cover. Just think of like a really cool yoga pose, and then just write like advanced. Like here, we'll go to Google and we'll do it. Like Canva ebook cover. So design an ebook cover that stands out on Canva, and they'll basically give you the tools right here in Canva for free, where you can put like a person doing a yoga pose, and then you can put like top 10 advanced yoga stretches free PDF. And you can put together a little cover like that, and using the merge tool, just make that the first one. So when you go to this merge tool, the very first one is your cover, and then everything else is the 10 poses. And then even on the first page, you can go to Google Docs, and on your first page, just like this right here, you could say, you know, like, I'm not going to like really do this, I'm going to delete it, but you could say something like advanced yoga poses ebook, and then here you could say like, hi, my name is Chris Record, and I've compiled 10 of my favorite advanced yoga poses from the Yoga Journal into this PDF for my yoga followers. Thank you so much for downloading this guide. And if you would love to join me in my CBD business, in my CBD community as well, here is a link to a video that you can watch to learn more about how about what we are doing in the CBD space. And then it'd be like your link here.com or whatever. So, and then whatever. So like that, I would put a cover letter, and then I'd maybe put a picture of me like right above this, like maybe in the center, I'll put a picture of me right there or something like that. So that's that. Like you could put together like a really cool cover just like that. And then you can just go file, and you can just download it as a PDF. Okay, right there. So now what I'll do is I'll create a cover, I'll create a little intro letter, and then I'll just use like all these other things here. And if you're worried about using other people's content, then just like on your cover letter, go all credit in this ebook goes to the Yoga Journal. I'm a big fan of theirs, and I took the time to find some great yoga poses for all of you for free. There you go. So if you're like even worried, just go further and put that. You see what I'm saying? Like that's like an example of what you would do right there is you'd put together a cover with somebody doing yoga and yoga in the title. That's page one. Then you would put together, and Canva lets you save as PDF too. And then you'd put together a cover letter, and then you would just put together as much content as you want. And you can get, you know, there's 15 pages or whatever, however much content you want. You got yourself a nice offer. Now you just take an ad. Now you're just creating an ad like this that says like top 10. You just take a picture like this and you put some text on it. Top 10 advanced yoga poses using Canva, and boom, you've got an ad. And then you just go into your ads manager and you target yoga people, and you just make it just like this. There's your picture. There's your yoga thing, and it says DM me for the link. Pretty easy, right? Like so. Next, I'm going to show you how to go onto the fan page and how to be able to set up the auto message. But first, let me make sure everybody's following along. How are we doing here, everybody? Is everybody? Drop me some comments. Sean says value bombs. Why wouldn't you just purchase a PLR ebook? Arthur, definitely purchase a PLR ebook. That's another way to go. So PLR means private label rights. You can go on and you can search Google if you want to learn more about that. There are some people that make really, really nice ebooks, and give you the private label rights. I like doing it this way because it takes me 10 minutes and I've got my own branding on there. Like it's 10 minutes and it gives me like my own, I can advertise CBD right in the cover letter. So this is the kind of thing that you do to get creative. Like, think about how cool this is. Like if I stop the webinar here, I just want you to understand the concepts, right? When I was at the CBD conference, everybody's like, I can't wait for you to start sharing some of this. And I realized like, I just got to press live and come out and share with you. Okay. So on a very, very simple level, what did I do there? I used OPC, other people's content. I used OPC and I went out and I created a PDF using other people's content. I put a cover letter in the front that introduced me and advertised my business. And then I put a book cover to make it look professional. And now I got a PDF. Now I can give this PDF away anywhere. I can market it on anywhere that I want. In fact, you don't have to pay to market that ebook. You could write a blog post to market it. You can make a YouTube video to market it. You can do this in any topic you want. You just got to figure out like what audience might bridge over to CBD, and yoga might be a really good one. Justin says, cover photo, cover letter, content, then share it with your chosen market. Exactly. And the cool thing is you can create a bunch of these. You could actually have a series of like 10 books that you make, these little print-friendly books. You can have like 10 of them if you wanted. So you could just do these really easily. Now look, it's not the greatest offer in the world. I'm not saying that like, oh my God, people are going to go crazy over the fact you printed out an article. Okay, let's be honest. Like it's not about that. It's about, here's what it's about. They don't know what they're going to get. All they know is that there's a picture and it says the top 10 advanced yoga poses and it's free. They don't know what it is. So you don't need to get too concerned over what it is that you're sharing. Do you see what I'm saying? Like you're paying for the ad. As long as like you give them something, then they're happy. Now, there are other things that I don't actually use PDFs anymore. I build out entire membership sites. What I do is I go to YouTube and I go get a bunch of videos all about yoga and I embed them into a membership site and I give them free access to a membership site. But I figured that's a little bit more complicated to teach than just on this little webinar. But that's what I do because I like I like to get their name, their email, their phone number, their city. I like to get a lot of information from them and I like to like retarget them. I like to do more advanced stuff. So I create membership sites. But a free PDF is a great way to get started. Let me answer a couple questions. Then I'm going to go to building a page and showing you how to place an ad and showing you how to get the auto reply message. Helena says, this opens up so many more ways of reaching the world. Exactly. Like, listen, this works for every bit. I don't just teach this for CBD. This works for every business. I'm just tailoring it to CBD. The YouTube thing, we could do that in another webinar. I love YouTube marketing. I've got a channel with 100,000 subscribers, another one with like 50 or 60,000 subscribers, all organic, and like it's crazy. Like 5-6 million views. I've made over $5 million off of YouTube. It's just been YouTube's incredible. Okay, Timmy says, so when they go into the download the PDF, how do they get into your list? So I'm only talking about two types of lists in this webinar. One is your direct messages. They're not on a list. But let's be honest, if somebody's in your DMs, if they're messaging you, PMs or DMs, whatever you want to call it, if they're messaging you, then they're pretty much a lead. So that counts as like a list, right? Like anytime you want, you can go into your direct messages and chat with your prospects. So that's the list we're talking about building today. You're saying, send me a direct message and I'll do this. Now, the other way to do it would be an email list. And what you would do is, instead of saying to DM me on like my Instagram swipe up, I would say like, okay, Instagram swipe up. So if I want to do a swipe up ad, you know, the kind of ad that like, it's just like that. It shows like a video and it, by the way, is my kids, my two boys. Oh, went out. My two boys. Oh, by the way, that also shows you I'm live in case there's the skeptics. But my two boys, Reston and Raiden, right there. Always, what parent doesn't love showing off their kids? 6 and 8. 6 and 8. So like a swipe up ad. So what you got to do is you got to create like a 15-second video, or you can just have text. You can actually just put text on the screen, like take a screenshot, put text on it. But a 15-second video works. And it might go something like this. So I'm going to try this in 15 seconds. Actually, let's do this little timer. Even though there's no reason I need to do this. You guys get the point. Stopwatch. Start. What's up, everyone? Chris Record here, and I've got an advanced ebook with 10 advanced yoga poses. I want to give it to you guys absolutely free. All you got to do is swipe up to be able to get this free ebook right now. Look at that. Stop. 12 seconds, and probably 10 seconds because it took me a couple seconds to stop. So that's how simple it is. Now, what I probably would do is I'd probably print off the ebook and hold it in my hand and maybe flip through it. What's up, guys? Chris Record here, and this is a brand new ebook I just put together. 10 advanced yoga poses I'd love to share with you. If you do yoga, you're going to absolutely love this. Swipe up, and I'll give you the ebook for free. Or just show them the cover. Okay, so that's an example of a swipe up ad. It has nothing to do with CBD. You might be asking, like, wait, what does this have to do with CBD? Nothing. But once they swipe up, in that case, I'll send them to a little lead capture page, and the lead capture page says, download your free top 10 yoga book, whatever, enter in your email. They enter in the email, and then they go to a thank you page. The confirmation page is going to say, thank you so much for downloading the ebook. Also, I run a CBD community you might be interested in. I'd love to share this quick 20-minute video with you so you can learn more about what we do and see if it's a good fit. And then that 20-minute video might be like Aaron Parker or somebody. You just embed it right there on the page, and then there's a link to join as a pre-enrollee. Say it's free to join as a pre-enrollee. You might as well do it while you're here. So what I'll do is I'll place an ad for yoga. I'll give them the free, they'll swipe up, they'll get the free PDF, and then after getting the PDF, they'll go, oh, wow, they're watching their phone. They're like, oh, wow, I got the free PDF, and I could also join this community. I watched the video. This looks pretty good, and it's free to join. Then they join right there from their phone. All within a few seconds, they're a pre-enrollee. So now I'm spending like $1 to $5 a day on that ad, and I'm getting pre-enrollees for CBD, but I'm not even promoting CBD. You get it? The front end is yoga. The back end is CBD. The front end could be anything that athletes are into. The front end could be anything that anybody's into. The point is you can make the CBD thing the cover letter in the ebook. You can make it the thank you page after downloading. You can make it the first email could be the yoga book, and then the next 100 emails you ever send could be CBD. You could constantly get them on webinars. Inside your direct messages, the first message is the PDF, and then every other message could be CBD. That's how you advertise on Facebook without getting banned. Is it starting to click? Like, I get it that you guys want to know how to create the ads and stuff like that. I get it, right? But is it at least starting to click? That's the main, if there's one purpose of today, it's to teach you a high-level concept that says, don't advertise CBD directly. Be a little bit more indirect and do that. Okay, yeah, and Tony's saying there are so many audiences that would be loosely related to CBD. Absolutely. Let's take it further. Let me take this further. Okay, here's $1 million idea. And this is only going to apply to hemp work. So for those of you that are on here that have your own CBD brand and stuff like that, it's not going to work as much. Oh, and let me address something. Sarah says it's kind of like a bait and switch. I mean, look, maybe. If that's a bait and switch, then every company does a bait and switch, right? Every company. It's not called a bait and switch. It's called an upsell. Have you ever been on Amazon and you go to buy a product you want, and while you're checking out, they try to introduce you to 2 or 3 other products that you might be interested in because other people bought them? Do you consider Amazon a bait and switch company? Amazon will always do this. It's not a bait and switch company. It's called an upsell or a bump order. Every e-commerce company, every Shopify site does this, everybody. So yeah, you can call it bait and switch if you want, as long as you also say like every major company in the world does bait and switch. So what you do is for example, like Tanisha, I'm in TLC. Perfect. So Tanisha, this works for TLC too, right? It's like, think about, you can use this for any business opportunity. You can use this for any network marketing company. Network marketing companies are difficult to advertise. Now you got a way to be able to advertise any network marketing company, any business offer, any banned substance just by doing this, right? So, and now I'm not saying like you can't advertise things that are straight up illegal, because then the email platform will shut you down. Or if Facebook sees you're selling illegal things in the message, they'll shut you. It has to be legal. But I'm just saying that's how you get around the advertising things that are blocked or banned from advertising. So upselling and upsells work like this. When you're on Amazon, you go and I want to buy a phone case. When I'm done buying the phone case, it says customers who also bought this phone case happen to buy this charging kit. It's loosely related. Or they happen to buy this computer keyboard. Well, I'm buying a phone, not a computer keyboard. So Amazon bait and switching me? No, they're basically saying, hey, you can get the phone case, but do you also want to get more while you're here? So when somebody gets your yoga thing, you're not bait and switching them. You're saying it's an upsell. You're saying, hey, congratulations, here it is. Are you also interested in the other things that I have to offer? That's it. Or hey, congratulations and welcome to the yoga community. Are you also interested in my CBD community? That's a thriving one. There's two ways to get involved. One, you can get involved on the business side if you want to learn how to be able to make a part-time income marketing CBD products as an affiliate. Or number two, and I'll teach you how step by step. Or number two, if you'd like to try out the CBD products, here's a link to a sample order. You can get a sample order, try it out, and see how you like our products. So what's the worst case situation? Nobody buys. Nobody joins. That's it. That's the worst case situation. Ain't that bad? Ain't that bad? So yeah, bait and switch, like Sandy said, a bait and switch would be more like get your yoga PDF. And then they email me, they message me, hey, I'd love my yoga PDF. And you're like, here's a CBD business plan instead. Ha 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 ha. That's more like a bait and switch. Okay. Where are we at? 7:50? I got a text message that says I can go a few minutes late because dinner reservations got bumped a few minutes. So yeah, let's dive back in. Sorry, I know there's a million examples, but I want to. Why is my mustache green? My mustache turned green? I don't know how my mouth turned green. Sorry, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm afraid of being the Hulk right now. Everybody's saying my mustache turned green. I'm scared. I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm out. Okay, so we're sharing my screen. Okay, so let's go back over to Facebook. Okay, now when you're on Facebook, you're gonna want to create a yoga page to be able to advertise from, right? So you're gonna go over to this arrow on the right, and you're gonna go to create a page. Okay, so you go over here to like manage pages, create a page. Okay, business or brand, community or public figure, it really doesn't matter. So get started. The name of my page will be like advanced yoga. Category, let's see what happens if I type in yoga. Yoga studio, sports and recreation, sports and fitness instruction. Okay. Don't show my address. I don't want to do this. How did I get into business brand is advertising this? I think I want to go on this side instead, actually, to be honest. Yoga. Let's do advanced yoga team. And let's see if it asks for my address here too. Sports and fitness. Let's just do sports. Oh, let's type in yoga. Sorry. That's what happens. Fitness model? No, let's do sports. Okay. And continue. Because I didn't want to put in my address. But you could always put in your address and then just have it be not shared. Okay, so I can add a profile picture. So let's quickly go find advanced yoga poses. Let's go to Google Images real quick and look for like a cool square picture. Maybe this one right here. Ooh, these look pretty cool too. Really all these poses are cool. So whatever, I'm just gonna grab one really quick. That's the one from the article. Let's grab that one. That's a really cool one. Okay, so there's a few ways to grab it. I could just right click and save it. Or if I wanted, I could actually just like take a screenshot and make it a square. I'm just gonna make it a square one really quick. So you just grab a photo. Don't worry so much about whether you can use the photo or not. Just yoga pose. Yeah, don't worry so much about whether you can use the photo. Just grab one and see what happens. Let's see. It didn't save it. Let me save it again. Sorry about that. Yeah, just grab it and use it. This is going to be your profile photo for your page. Yoga pose. Save. Desktop. Okay, yoga pose for the desktop. And oh, by the way, I will say really quick. Let me put on my camera real quick so I can tell you guys in person. If you guys want to stay on till the end as a bonus for people staying on to the end, I'll sneak peek something for you guys. You guys might have saw a video on my desktop there. I'll sneak peek you guys something really quick. I can't release it until Josh says at HempWorks, but I'll give you like a little sample. So that'll just be anybody who stays on to the end, you'll get rewarded. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so let's go back to Facebook really quick, and let's go back to where we were. And I'm gonna have to share my screen, aren't I? Share screen. I don't want to be the green person. Okay. So over here, you can go to add a cover photo, whatever, upload a cover photo, yoga pose, just like that, and then you can go to the next step. Okay, so look, I added the yoga pose. So now I have a page called Advanced Yoga Team, and you don't have to do anything. Just I got a page called Advanced Yoga Team, and I've got a profile photo. Now, add a cover. And now what I might do is I might go back and maybe look for like a wider one that could be like a cover or something like that. Maybe like this one looks really cool or something like that. I'll just grab one for now. Save that image save it to a desktop, and then go back over. So you can replace these later with like your own stuff. I'm just gonna upload one really quick. Boom. Okay, and you could drag to reposition it or whatever. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. Looks really cool. Okay, save. So what I did right now, in a matter of just a few seconds, I created an Advanced Yoga Team Facebook page for free. And there's my profile picture and my thing. You don't really need to worry about anything. That's really all you need. Everything I just did right there is good to go. So now we can go through like all the stuff, but the goal of what we want to go through really is to go over, and you want to go to settings. And there's going to be a few different things. Let's go to messaging. Okay, so when you create a fan page, again, just in case anybody's not following along, this is not a personal account. I went to create the fan pages, manage pages, not my profile. My profile is Chris Record. This is a page. It was free to create called Advanced Yoga Team. I grabbed a profile picture and a cover photo, so it looks good. And then I went to settings and I went to messaging. Now I'm inside the messaging settings. Set up how people can message your page. So you can really just kind of like look through, okay? Let's go through each one real quick. Use the return key to send messages. That's for my benefit. If I'm typing a message, if I press return, does it send, or do I have to press send? Okay, that's just all that means. Response assistant. Settings for instant replies and away messages have moved to the auto responses tab in inbox. This is what we want. So let's go here, automatic responses. Let's click that. And it's going to take us right to it. Okay, so now this is what we saw on that page earlier. Hi, thanks for contacting us. We've received your message and appreciate you reaching out, just like that. So you can have an instant reply, and you can have whatever. So we're just going to go in and we're going to turn this instant reply on. Respond to the first message someone sends your page. Okay? Timing, set instantly. So when somebody messages me from the ad or from whatever, it's going to instantly send them a message. Let's edit. Okay. Timing, instant. Message. Thanks for reaching out to us. And watch this. You ready for some really cool stuff? Thanks for reaching out to us. First name. Ha ha ha. Thanks for reaching out to us. And it'll put their first name. So if Mary from Oklahoma messaged my thing, it'll say, thanks for reaching out to us, Mary. Here is the Advanced Yoga Poses ebook that I promised you. And then we'll just put link goes here. Also, I run a CBD community where we help people get started in the CBD industry, either as affiliates to make money or customers who want the benefits of CBD oil. Okay? Is that something you would be interested in learning more about too? Okay. So we're going to start with this. Now I'm going to spend a couple minutes here and keep tailoring this down for you, because this isn't a message I would use. I just want to show you the concept. So just like that. Thanks for reaching out to us, Chris. Here's the Advanced Yoga Poses ebook that I promised you. Link. Also, I run a CBD community. So just the point is that you should be working smarter, not harder. So instead of on my personal profile, I can still market stuff. Okay, like right here on my personal profile, I did market something today. What did I say? I said, what did I say here? Free webinar tonight at 6 p.m. Look, I just designed that in Canva. It took like 10 seconds. And there we go. Like there's the links to all the stuff tonight, right? So yeah, on my personal thing, I still do things. And then people will still personally message me right there. So I still get personal messages. But when you do it from a fan page, look at all these features you get. You don't have this on your personal. So I can just put in any message I want right here, and it automatically, when people message me, it'll automatically go out. So now all I have to do is say, send me a direct message for the free PDF, and then I don't have to do anything. It automatically goes out. Okay, so that's an example. Now, this is a little bit more direct, right? This is saying, are you interested in CBD oil? Still direct, but at least it's on the back end. So the point I wanted to do this is, look, I'm mentioning CBD, CBD oil, commissions, affiliates, all this kind of stuff I can do. Why? Because the ad is all about yoga, and this is all about CBD oil. So because they're different, because this is on the back end, it works. That's why it works. Now, I still probably wouldn't go into it. I wouldn't go into it like that, but I might do something like this. I've also put together an ebook on the CBD Green Rush. A lot of my yoga followers have been asking for. Here is that link. Here's the link to the CBD ebook that you can download for free as well. Second link goes here. Now, there's another way to be able to do it, right? So that's what I'm talking about. And by the way, you can put in spacing if you don't want it so jumbled, like that, it'll look a little bit better. Okay. Thanks for reaching out to us, username. Here's the Advanced Yoga Poses ebook that I promised you. Link. I've also put together an ebook on the CBD Green Rush. A lot of my yoga followers have been asking for. Here's a link to that CBD ebook you can download. Now, that book can be like a really cool cover page that tells my story. Maybe I can grab a few people's testimonials out of like Facebook groups, and I can do print PDF, and I can put those in there. Maybe I can share a little bit about the business opportunity. If I wanted to, I could just write up a document. Okay. Now, that's just a really cool way. Or you could say, that's just another one. Or you could say, I also run a very well-connected, or I'm also part of, some of you don't really know, I'm also part of a very well-connected community in the CBD space. We would love for you to join us there as well. You can join for free at the link below. Like I say, you can learn more and join for free at the link below. Second link goes here. Okay, so let's look at that ad. Yoga poses, there's your book, and then mentioning CBD, there's a link. Now, this is for the more passive marketer like me that doesn't want to have the conversations, that doesn't want to take the time to follow this or manage this or whatever. I'll probably put together something more automated. Now, if I really want to get advanced, I'll get a messenger bot. A messenger bot would allow me to like really get advanced, but that's what it'll be like. Respond, are you interested, yes or no? And if they click yes, it gives them something, and if they click no. But that's like a little bit more complicated to set up. This is the easy one. This takes just a few minutes to set up, just like I'm doing it right in front of you live on a webinar. So this is the value, right? You're putting together, here's the Advanced Yoga Poses ebook. I promised you, link goes here, second link goes here. Now, if I want to start a conversation, then I won't drop a second link. I'm also very well connected community in CBD space. We love, I could say something like, if you have an interest in learning more about what we are doing with CBD, send me a message back and I'll send you over a video with all the details. So I might say something like that. Now, there's not a link. I'm just basically putting out a feeler. Depends on how conversational I want to be. Or I might just start a conversation more general. I've got a quick question. Are you more advanced when it comes to yoga or more of a beginner? How long have you been actively doing yoga? Okay. Now that stays on topic and doesn't, this is the real more sustainable long-term method. This right here is more likely to get a response because it's about what they're interested in. They're interested in yoga, so now I'm giving them a response still in the niche. So this is more likely what they're going to respond to, but it does also, at the same time, it also creates a little bit more work for you to have to, to have to convert to a sale. But it's better for them. So this is like the better customer experience, but you can really do any one of these. The point is that by having an automated message, you can keep switching it up all you want. So once you have this automated message going up, then all you have to do is go in and on the top over here and press save. And now you got your auto replies on and you're all set. So now when you go to the page, if anybody goes to the Advanced Yoga Team page and sends us a message, then you're going to be able to market to them. So now, then what you've got to do is you've got to create an ad. So now you've got to create an ad. So you've got to do the free PDF one. Okay. So I'm going to create a free. I think I've got enough time. I got maybe like 10 minutes. I'm going to create a free PDF. Before I do, can someone tell me if my mouth is still green? If so, I'm going to hide behind the screen share for a little bit. But Walter, Chris, do you maintain these pages with new info daily so they're not outdated? No, these don't. This strategy doesn't require any info, but you can. You can. I'm good. There's no green. Okay, so I'm safe to come out and from hiding. The hat turned orange. No, this hat is black, so your computer screen must be a little bit messed up. Okay, so let's talk about what we talked about, and I think if I spend maybe 15 more minutes with you guys, I can show you all. I'll put it all together with an ad. So here we go. So yoga was your idea. You guys had that list or whatever of all those things. You guys talked about yoga. So what I did was I basically showed you, like, I can create a yoga page for free. I can create an autoresponder. I can go find a yoga audience that I could advertise to. And I showed you how to be able to create a free offer that you can give to them. The only thing left is to place an ad and try to do your best to get some people messaging you. Right? That's really all that's left. So that's kind of what I'm going to show you right now. In the background is I'm going to go in and we're going to create like a post and stuff like that. And I'm going to kind of show you. Before I do, I think I'm going to show you another in the background. I think I'm going to show you another ad that we ran in another niche for this, just to kind of give you an example of something that was extremely successful. So you have an example, and then we'll go and we'll make one. But yeah, we've done this a bunch of times. So like, let's see, I created a PDF somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. Let me go share my screen again. Okay, now this is in another niche. This is in the keto space, but I'll really quickly kind of give you an example. So somebody that was in the keto space went through one of my trainings. I do trainings like this. I've done trainings like this for years, since 2013, but I blew up in 2014, 2015. Did like $10 million in sales. Then 2016, 17, started companies off that. So I showed somebody how to do this. This was a while back. They're not actively maintaining this. They moved on to other systems. But I'm going to show you an example of how somebody did this in the keto space, which will give you ideas of a real example messenger type ad system that was set up. It's not set up now, so don't go test it. And this isn't your niche, but it'll give you the example, right? So let's share my screen. Application window, share. Okay. So this is an example of a PDF that was created, a PDF ebook that was created in the keto space. So this was created on Canva, and I just wrote keto desserts, just a real simple title, and then put the brand of the person, the page, and then just put a picture of a cheesecake or whatever this is. Actually, I don't even know, but it's like a keto something, strawberry shortcake maybe, whatever it is. I'm not really a dessert person. So keto desserts. If somebody's getting ready to diet and they think they could eat this, that's going to go well. So I took a graphic picture and then this and that. And then this was the ad. So this right here is a post, but it's an ad. Watch. Free keto dessert recipe book. I used a couple emojis. If you love keto and want a copy of this keto dessert recipe guide, just send me a DM and I'll reply with link ASAP. So this is an example of what your ad will look like. We ran this ad. It got 2,200 comments, 1,800 shares. So that's another thing, is like, these are all the traffic from the shares is free. 3,100 likes, and then just like countless comments and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. So, and you can do whatever you want, copy paste answers to the people if you want to, but that was a year ago. So this is old, it's not active, but this is what you would do. Like, you would basically put an ad that's like, free advanced yoga, or top 15 advanced yoga poses. If you love yoga and want a copy of this advanced yoga, pose ebook, just send me a DM. I'll reply with the link ASAP. And then what happened when people DM'd her, then she sent a link to this recipe book. And she made it all like really like beautiful and stuff because she wanted it to be really nice. But she didn't use her own recipes. She used all the recipes from the company she was promoting. So same kind of thing. That's what we want to do here. Okay, so real quick, does that make sense? Like, what we want to do essentially is we want to do this for any industry, but CBD is the industry that we want to focus on. We want to go in and we want to create, we want to create like like things that look like ebooks, ebook covers, stuff like that. And there's like really cool tools. I don't know how much time I have to like get into them, but there are like really cool tools that you can use. I'm going to go ahead and share one with you right now. It's just Canva, but I'm going to share one with you right now. If you guys get a Canva account, it's free. Okay. So you get a Canva account, and this is where I created her ebook cover, but you just go into Canva, like the Canva layouts, and there's ebooks. You know, you can go into Canva layouts, and there's all these different things you can do. Well, here's some ebooks. So all you have to do in Canva is just find an ebook cover that you like, that you think you could imagine, you know, like you can imagine it looks good for maybe what you're trying to do. And as long as it says free, it's free. So like, for example, let me just press replace. So for example, this might be like, you know, top 25, and then I'll just make that like a little bit bigger. Maybe a little bigger. And you know, don't be a design pro or whatever, but just like spend a couple minutes and go, you can just drag these things all over, right? So top 25, and this might be like advanced yoga poses. Okay. So see, we just made like an ebook, top 25 advanced yoga poses. Now, and then down here you can put like, and I like to do this, curated by Chris Record. Now, curated is because I'm not creating content, I'm curating content. I'm finding content from around the web. I'm just a curator. If you don't know what curating means, you can look it up. But I'm just finding content and assembling. Now, all that's left is to replace the image, this sushi image or whatever, with a yoga pose. So we can go over here and just do like same thing, advanced yoga poses. And let's try to find one that's maybe kind of tall, you know, or something that we can use that's like kind of tall. That one might be a good one. You can kind of just go through and just kind of find one. Something that you think would be like attention grabbing too would be a good one. But that's essentially how you do it. You know, but I might even grab like this one. You know, something like that might be like a cool one. You can grab like any one that you want, but I'm not going to spend too much time. I just want to kind of show you like these are wide. And so if you're doing like, those won't show up as good on the book. I could do one as an example just to show you what it looked like, but it won't show up like as good. So you essentially want to find something. This one right here looks really, really cool. Okay, so let's do this one. Let's save this image. Okay, and then let's go back over to our ebook cover. You're just going to go over here to uploads, upload your own image, advanced yoga poses picture, and there's the picture, and then you're just going to drag and drop it in there. Okay, and now you can kind of like do anything you want with it. Maybe like something like that. And then this might have to be, instead of making curated by Chris Record got lost, watch what I'll do. I'll just make it like black. And then what I'll do is I'll like make it like that. Boom. And I've got, just in seconds, I've got like a top 25 advanced yoga poses curated by Chris Record. And it shows like somebody doing yoga like that. So, and then what I'll do is I'll go here to download, and it downloads as a PDF, and then that'll be my, that'll be my cover photo of the thing. But it'll also, after I download it as a PDF, I'll also go here and download it as a PNG and download like that. And then now that can be like my ad that I can use. And again, you got to be a little bit cautious of the pictures you use. You want to use more like standard models doing stuff. You don't want to use like somebody's personal picture. Let's do yoga ebook ad. Okay. You don't want to use somebody's like personal picture. You want to be a little bit careful about who you use. I'm just going really quick. I don't have time because it's a webinar. But now when I go back here to my page, I'm here on my page. Now I'm going to write a post. I'm going to upload that yoga photo. See, upload photos. I'm going to upload that ebook, and I'm going to do something very, very similar to this ad. I'll even copy over this ad just to show you how similar I can make it. Okay, so there's my book, and I can say, instead of these little pictures here, I'll say free advanced yoga ebook, or like, let me say like top 25. Let me go. Okay, here, I'll do something like this. Free ebook, top 25 advanced yoga poses. And then instead of these emojis, like ice cream and stuff like that, you might want to find something that's a little bit more like people doing yoga maybe, or something that might be related, like a yin yang, or something that might be related to like the niche a little bit. And I don't really want to spend the time like going through emojis, but you can go through and you can find, there are people that are doing stuff inside the emojis, and you might be able to find like something that's related. But I do like adding a couple of emojis, just really like simple ones. But yeah, there's like, I think there even is somebody doing some kind of yoga or exercise that's in here, but I don't really care too much to go through it right now. But that's top 25 advanced yoga poses ebook, top 25. So see how it looks like without the emojis? That's why I always like adding some kind of emoji right there, especially when you're marketing to women. I found that emojis can convert way better. Top 25 advanced yoga poses. It's probably not the best one. Okay, let me just get real quick. Let me grab like hands praying or something like that. That one maybe. I'll just grab something. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time. Even that one. Okay. Top 25 advanced yoga poses. If you love yoga and want a copy of this free ebook with 25 advanced yoga poses, just send me a DM and I'll reply with link ASAP. Okay? So that's it. You just put something like that, and then you don't use Boost. You just go share now. Okay. So there's my post, just like that. Boom. My post is live. Free ebook, top 25 advanced. Oops, I didn't put advanced yoga. You guys are probably watching along. You forgot to tell me. Yoga poses. Okay. Top 25 advanced yoga poses. Probably some better emojis if you love. And by the way, I love this tool right here. Emoji keyboard. Which one do I use? I use this one. The emoji keyboard. I love this tool right here. It's like a really great way to find really great stuff really easily. You can use the search feature. You can search. I don't know if yoga will come up, but nothing. But you might be able to like stretch. You can just always like use like you can like search certain things if you ever need to, whatever. Woman, you could do certain things like athlete or whatever. But you could also just go in and like smileys, people, object, name, all this kind of stuff, like animals, buildings, sports. So you can really go in, like you can go in and like see what, find emojis really quick and like do really cool stuff. I think this is the one that I wanted to use right there. And so I'll go over there, and I think that post will maybe look a little bit better with it. Something like that. That'll be like, it didn't show up that well because it's tiny. Oh, that showed up a little bit better on Facebook. Yeah, something like that. Top 25 advanced yoga poses, or maybe even 3 of those. So there you go. Top 25 advanced yoga poses. I'm in business. I've created the ebook, which I'm not going to do right now because I'm out of time. I create the ebook. I do this. And then when I go back to my ads manager, I'm going to go in and I'm just going to create my ad, and I'm going to have it show wherever. Right now, I'm just going to go through a real quick one. I chose the yoga audiences that were perfect. And then I'll choose, I usually don't want to show all these places. So I'll uncheck the ones. I don't want it to be on Instagram stories because it's just like a thing. So I usually just uncheck a lot of this stuff. Like for right now, let's just put it in the Facebook newsfeed. Just that's it. I just want this in the Facebook newsfeed. Optimize for deliveries, replies, because we're doing DMs. Bid control, maximum bid in each auction, budget and schedule, daily budget, $5. I just want to spend $5 a day on this ad. All this kind of stuff. So, and then we're going to go to create the ad. And then we'll put the ad name. We're going to put yoga poses ebook. Okay. And then you're going to choose a page. I don't know if my yoga page is going to come up. I think I have to refresh right now. Let me see if it's just as simple as refreshing, because I created the page after I was in the middle of editing the ad. Let's see if it lets me do it that way. It might not. Let's see, continue. But anyways, that's what you would do. I don't want to start over the ad. If I have to, I'll start it over real quick. Select page. There it is. It just had a refresh. Okay, so you're going to go here and your identity, who you want to post as, Advanced Yoga Team. This is where you would add your Instagram account if you want to get the Instagram swipe ups and stuff like that. And then create ad or use existing post. You're going to go to use existing post. So I chose the Advanced Yoga Team, use existing post. And now I got to select the post. And I'm going to select this one here, the free ebook. Continue. And there it is. It's going to show me right now how it looks in the mobile feed, the desktop feed. and anywhere else I chose to advertise, but I only chose to advertise it on mobile and desktop. So that's what it's going to look like on phones, and that's what it's going to look like on desktop. I can add a call to action right here, send message, and then I could do the Facebook pixel. Now, we didn't get a lot of chance to talk about this, but what this Facebook pixel allows me to do is when you put pixels on your pages, if I had a lead capture page for this, I would basically set my pixel up so everybody that visited my page, I can follow them around the web all that I want and advertise to them more. It's just a really cool thing. I don't think I have time for that. But anyways, you would set up a pixel, whatever, and it's verifying the changes, and then you would confirm, and then you would go. Okay, so let me take this off. All right, so let's talk a little bit. What I just did, and it went by fast because I got to go to dinner right now. What I just did was I placed an ad for $5 a day to a yoga audience, which if you guys watched the full webinar, you saw that I built it. I placed an ad for $5 a day, giving away a free ebook. I showed you how to get the ebook. I set up the automatic message. The message needs to say link here. And I think what's funny is I think I'm actively running that ad now. I'm going to have to go back and stop that because that is pretty funny. Yeah. So, well, anyways, here let me just share what it would look like really quick. But then I'm going to close it. I'm going to close it down so there's no call to action. There's no link. I accidentally actually really placed the ad. Okay, so it'll show you right here, and it'll show you all your results right here. So it'll show you all the things that you want to find out are all right here. So you just now you just log in your ads manager, and it'll say, hey, there's your yoga PDF ad, and it'll show you. It'll say delivery. Right now, it's not posted yet. It'll show delivery. And then if you ever want to stop spending money, you can change your budget from $5 a day down to $1, or you can just do this. Boom. That's it. Review and publish. I just turned off the yoga ad. Oh, something didn't went. Oh, it's open in the other window. Yeah, I got to do it in the other window real quick, but I'm live right now, so I'm not going to do that. It's going to have my credit card information or something on it. But it's going to basically, that's all I had to do. I turn it off, and then you review and publish. But I'll do that in the other window. I don't care to do it while I'm live in 2 minutes. So that's it. You can turn off your ads really easily. You can turn on your ads. So in a nutshell, if I was you, if I was a beginner, this is what I would do. I would set up an ads account, and I would start playing around with interests. I would start thinking of maybe some communities I can build outside. I would play around with that print-friendly tool, try to create a PDF. I'd play around and create a fan page and see if I can do that automatic message reply. And I would play around and run a $5 a day ad and see if I can get any leads. Now, if you even get one lead, that's good. If you get 2 leads, that's great. If you're just getting leads, if something is happening at all, then you're going to be fine. And that's all you got to think about. So that's exactly what you should be doing, is just keeping it real simple. Try to do this. Now, if you guys like this type of training, I can do these all the time. But I'm going to take, let's say 5 minutes and answer questions. Then I got to go down to my dinner. My dinner reservation's right downstairs, so I'm fortunate. But I'm going to take 5 minutes and answer questions, and that's it. Rapid fire your questions to me, and then I'll call it a day. Aaron, do you have to make a new ad account if yours got disabled for ads? Yes. So if your ads account got disabled, what you need to do to create a new ads account is the ads account needs to be created by somebody else's Facebook. They have to create the ads account under their personal profile, not associated with you. They set the whole thing up. Once they set up their ads account, they can add you as someone who has access to the account. When you create an ad account, you can add people and give them roles. So you can give people roles to your page, to your ad account, to everything. So somebody else is going to set up an ads account, then using their account, then they're going to add you to it. And then once they add you to it, you don't have to do anything with them anymore. You're able to log in and do it all and manage it all from your account. You're able to do everything from your account. So think of do you have any brothers or sisters or kids or children or parents or anybody or any other Facebook account at all, a personal account that you can use to set that up? That would be the best way to be able to get another ads account set up, would be to set it up under somebody else. And then once it's set up, to add you as an admin to that account. And then you can manage, right, when you go into your account, it's still going to show your blocked one, but now it's going to show a second account. That's your account. And I would recommend setting it up with Business Manager. So you can go and you can do a search that says, setting up Facebook Business Manager account. Now, how to set up Facebook Business Manager account. You just can't originate from yours. What was the merge PDF site? I just did a Google search and I clicked on the first one. So I don't remember what it was. I think it was just called pdfmerge.com. Yeah, it was called pdfmerge.com. Um, is this lead capture courses? No, this isn't lead capture courses. Lead capture courses, I'm sure if you guys follow me on social media, you see me promoting it every single on Facebook and Instagram. Lead capture courses is my 8-week course where I do webinars like this every single week for 8 weeks and then 4 other weeks. So it's 12 weeks that I go into depth on every single little thing. But out of respect, since this is a CBD related thing and a lot of people are in HempWorks, I'm not going to sit here and pitch my other outside courses. So that's why, like, I know I see there's like 7 or 8 questions about it. I get it. And I see there's questions about Techademics. I get it. I'm all over the place, doing all these different projects. No, I wanted to keep today just about CBD. That's why I didn't want to dive into that. So if you have questions specifically about my other stuff, you got to message me separately outside of this to be able to learn more. How do I do the Pixel? I don't have the amount of minutes. I told you I was going to do my best to get through that list. Would you agree I got through like a large chunk of that? So I maybe didn't cover pixels as much as I could, but it's really easy to Google search that too. How to set up a Facebook ads pixel. It'll show how to set that up. Are you still going to do the teaser at the end? It matters. If I do a couple more questions if I do a couple more minutes of questions, then I might not do the teaser. We'll see. I want to see what the questions are first. Is it true that Facebook's allowing CBD topical ads? Even if they were, this works better. Like again, if all these people are trying to saturate something, why don't you just do something different where you don't have to worry about it? And this works better anyways. What strategy has made you the most money? Well, so Josh, my advanced strategies make me the most money. This is beginner, this is concept level. What I would do with this is I would create an entire yoga membership site. That would make me the most money because now I can market to them in the membership site, I can market to them in the email list, and I can market to them with retargeting ads. So if I did the same exact thing with yoga membership, what I would do is I would pitch CBD as a business opportunity for maybe like 2 weeks. And then if they didn't buy after 2 weeks, then my email autoresponder would sell them many yoga offers, yoga affiliate offers for a year to come. So once I get somebody on my email list, the autoresponders for those customers, they'll start receiving emails for the next several years, and I'll just make residual income for years just by having an autoresponder. I write the email once and I get paid for months. That's the way that I would make money doing it. I would build the leads. I would try to monetize them with the CBD, and if they didn't buy CBD, then I would put a bunch of affiliate offers on the back end. But again, that's another course that I teach. That's not this, so I can't go into details. But that's where the big money is. I'm not saying there's not big money in CBD. Like if you're in HempWorks, for example, and you could reach like super affiliate, that's some gangster money. I mean, I was just hanging out with the Butlers the other night. They're making gangster money. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't hate on that kind of money. So I'm not saying there's not money to be made. I'm just saying I would do that, and then after I have like a window of trying to close them as a pre-enrollee to be an affiliate for like 2 weeks. If they don't close, then I would just move to selling them other yoga related stuff. And I would do it all on autopilot. Can I use an existing page if it's not a fan page? I mean, no. Personal pages, there's personal profiles and there's fan pages. To advertise, you have to have a fan page. And just create a new one. There's no real benefit of an existing one. But you can have one I have my one Chris Record account, but I have like 150 fan pages. You can create as many as you want. Shelby, if I get a couple time after answering these questions, I'll play the video. If you guys want me to do more training like this, if you guys are in HempWorks, reach out to your upline and tell them to have me out doing more training. I'll come on a request basis to do this, but I'm not going to step on any toes. And if you guys aren't in HempWorks, the ones of you guys that are in different companies or different whatever, then for the ones that are not in HempWorks, you guys could just DM me and go through any of my courses. I do boot camps like this every single week. I mean, I could spend the next 12 weeks with you. But for the HempWorks people, if you guys want me to come out and do it inside of HempWorks, I got to get permission from whoever your upline is, stuff like that. I'm going to be respectful about it. You know what I'm saying? Did Aaron come out? No, I don't have time for him to come out unless he wanted to come out and just take over. Let's see. I don't know. I did see something right here that Peter is saying in my calendar I could do another webinar next week. Let me see what time he's saying. If I did another webinar Tuesday or Wednesday, would that work for you guys? Peter's listening in the comments, and he's saying I could do another webinar Tuesday or Wednesday. He says a part 2 where I go into more advanced strategies on everything I taught today. Just keep it on point. So he's saying I do have an opening. Okay. You guys, there's way too many questions. This is Brent, the 90-day ecom challenge. We have that. Adrian Morrison's in town right now in Vegas. That's who I'm going to. It's funny you asked that question, Brent. Adrian Morrison's in town. That's who I'm meeting right now in 3 minutes for dinner downstairs. I'm at the Veer Towers. He's at Maggiano's. Not Maggiano's. He's at Mastro's. And I'm going to go meet up, and I'm going to go have some steak and talk about. We're co-producing the ecom challenge together. Yeah, and I mean, listen, don't like. I see some people are saying like Parker needs to step up and get me on. No, Parker's focused only on the CBD space. I have like multiple product offers. I'm a big affiliate marketer, so I have like my lead capture courses going. I'm doing stuff with Ty Lopez. I have my Lifepreneur launch. I have all of these other big projects I'm working on. So it's in his best interest to be cautious about what how much exposure that I personally get, because I have, he doesn't want to distract anybody from CBD and get them all excited about my other stuff. So don't get me wrong. Like it's not Aaron that's like holding me back. It's just that he wants to make sure the people that are on the power team and CBD team get very specific training for them and don't necessarily get distracted and buy all my other courses and stuff like that. The world I come from is I just want to help people. So I kind of don't care what they all get in, but Aaron does. It's good. He has good points, and he's a good leader. So I would agree with Aaron being cautious about when and where he has me out, what he does. So that's not the issue. The issue has really been probably more my schedule. He's been trying to get me to do this ads training for a couple months now. Okay, it's too. I've run out of time. Josh, yeah, with me. But it's like a little side. It's not something he's going to hit hard. He's just going to test it out. Do you want more followers to your Facebook page before you place an ad? No, I would place an ad just like I did right there. 0 followers is fine. 0 followers, 0 posts. Why even bother? Just try it out and see if it doesn't work. Move to another niche, create another page. Okay, teaser. I'm going to do like a 1-minute teaser, and I'm going to run out of here. I'm literally going to run. So here goes nothing. I don't think I'm allowed to show this, so I'm going to be very, very, very calm about this. All right. Let's see. Peter probably knows what I'm going to show.
What are you about to show, man? I was a little nervous to say I shouldn't be showing this.
Of course I shouldn't be showing this. I'm way too transparent. But look at how many people are still on. And that was after 2.5 hours. So they deserve something. All right. I'm trying to figure out how I can show a little bit of this. Peter, you know what it is. It's a 5-minute video.
Gotcha. Okay. We'll just start playing and then I guess just exit out.
Okay.
Or I'll just end the live stream. We'll end the live stream.
We might just end the live stream right in the middle of this. You guys, okay, if enough people say, show me the teaser, all caps, show me the teaser. If we get enough people on right now that say, show me the teaser, I'll show it. I want to see the engagement. Is it really just a lot? Is it really just this many people on, or is it just Tony that wants me to show it to him? Sam wants it. Michelle, April, Judy, Christine. Oh, now they're coming to Jess. Dawn, Jeannie, Aaron. Oh, I can't read as fast. Dan, Cecilia, Sarah, Lily. Okay, now they're throwing in faster than I. Okay, Peter, can you read those names that fast? Look at how fast
they're coming in hot.
Those names are coming in hot. That's hundreds of show me the teasers. All right, ready? Here goes nothing. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Oh, now I know what you're about to do. I didn't know the guys till this moment. Oh, goodness.
Right with you.
Grab a seat.
Thanks, I'm Chris. Really nice to meet.
Chris, what it do? You can call me Jay-Z. Let me just check your sheet.
No problem, sir. Let me just say, I'm a fan of the CBD y'all make. I've been funnel hacking all of your campaigns.
All good. There's a reason that we dominate. Let me start with your background. Where you come from?
Sure, I was born in a teepee in Ashland.
After that.
Oh, you talking about my hometown?
Yeah.
I grew up in the streets of the cruise town. Welfare, Section 8 plus food stamp. But I dropped out of school maybe too fast.
Real talk, so you know about struggling.
I would say the school of hard knocks taught me something.
Elaborate.
Well, I never graduated school, dropped out in the 9th grade, but I knew that I had to do whatever I could do to start a business with few skills I could use.
What's a biz you started with and all that bumping?
Yeah, I saw quick all the flaws that be coming when you start a home biz. Without enough cash in the bank or gas in the tank, my company sank.
What a hardship. How you plan to get the business started?
Man, I made restaurant money as a busboy. Funny, but I really wasn't looking for the money. I was looking for the skills I could use and the habits to remove my excuses.
Look at that. I can see there's something of proof in your past.
Yeah, I guess.
So without enough cash, what made you want to place ads?
Oh my God, it's the best. I'm loving these Facebook interests. Literally, I can target anything. I put an ad in the newsfeed every single morning. I can wake up and see the engagement. It's juicy. Clicks on the page really quick. They're converting. I'm earning cash while I'm learning.
Cool. Now here's a hypothetical.
Sure.
On a post and the haters start messing with you.
I wouldn't remove it. Controversy is good for improvement.
What you doing, kid? If you want to do this, gotta stay away from the haters in the comments, Chris.
No, that's my niche. Don't get offended by this. But that's the market y'all missed. That's the interest I'll hit. And that's the heart of my pitch. I'm targeting entrepreneurship.
What do you mean by entrepreneurship?
I think traditionally people have been targeting leads the same way for a long time.
But traditionally speaking, these methods work, right?
No, I get that, but I just think you don't know if these ads could be working even better. And I think you should look at me as an opportunity to find out.
So what are your biggest strengths?
Well, my ads are crazy. I can switch that amazing. For example, I could be like, ain't nobody messing with the kid. When I get up on the Instagram, I hit them where we're targeting. I'm marketing to every demographic and I'm automating everything and following them everywhere they go until they see me every day on every single website that they know. On top of that, natively, I'm pretty damn clever.
Go.
Got a long form ad that I put together.
Go.
And I run it on the gram to a sales letter.
Go.
You can say I got the vision like a trendsetter. I've been selling like Cardone, getting mo cheddar. Bro, I can go on and on. I'm taking over and they mad like Logan Paul vlogs.
Okay, enough for the punchlines. They ain't showing me you different from the other guys.
I don't know if they can run it like that, but ain't nobody else doing funny type ads.
What's that?
Well, I can go and post a story about my morning here in my garage with a Lambo and a couple models with a bookshelf full of knowledge.
Show these ads like a joke to you, I don't get it.
Nah, it ain't like that. I just have to craft all my ads in a way that display to the audience with obvious hooks and the right bait, the I-8 in the driveway.
Sounds like clickbait, right? So what you trying to do 5 years from now? Tell me about the dude.
Well, I don't care about the fame. I just want to dominate the game. Honestly, I just want to be one of the greats when they're bringing up my name in the same conversations with Cardone, Lopez, Gary, and Jay.
Okay, what's your legacy?
Well, I want to be the dude that came in with a bridle and chat, with a Facebook ad to a viral rap, for the people that don't like rap and entrepreneurs respect that fact. That type of rap is a brilliant way to run these assets.
That sounds pretty complex.
I guess I want to be the best. I just want to do it my way, with a drone on the highway, shoot a video to make them all turn sideways, put them in a funnel with a little bit of wordplay, get them all converting like 30K per day.
No, man.
I'm placing ads and racing fast and winning 2 comma club tracks like back to back and running traffic till I run them all back to back to back to back till they stop my ads.
You ain't even placed your first